Ugh. What's up, Jackson? How you doing, bro? First one in the chat. Like always, kiddo. Love you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday morning. I'm just sitting here at the studio right now. Good, good, man. What are you getting up for school, bro? Are you getting up for classes? What's going on? What's your favorite class you got going on right now? And I'll show you what I got going on right now. I'm just sitting here at the studio. Got all the camera crews and all the casts showing up. The actors, they're all on set right now, waiting for the shuttles to bring them into to the designated filming area, which is really cool. You know what I mean? So I get to learn a lot of new things about the process and production of films, movies, documents. I get to meet a lot of new cool people. Math, yeah, bro. Calculating numbers is a very big thing today, and it's a very good skill. You know what I mean? Just being able to calculate equations in our brain without having to use a calculator. Because nowadays we're reluctant on computers and AIs and calculators instead of being able to make these calculations and come up with these conclusions with our own selves and evaluations. But yeah, math is definitely good. Just sitting here right now. We got a little bit of the bosses around. A little bit of the big wigs on the shows, but not too many. The ADs, assistant directors, they're all inside usually. The cast is usually, in the actress holding. BG is background holding. Um, we work with several other departments, 18 different departments like construction, transport, the electricians, you know what I mean? Set deck, which is usually the people that come and set up the location with the props needed for the shoot. Um, it's really cool, actually. You know what I mean? How Sorry, excuse me. I was working on a set, and this house that we were working on, I had to watch. I was house watch, and I had to watch that house for the 12 hours until somebody came in. Because when we buy, it's called buying a lot. Really, it's renting. We buy driveways and locations and such, but it's really legal. It's permits that we pay for. I was just walking through the studio, and I seen the house that I was watching inside there completely replicated. Completely replicated. The house that I was watching during the summer is in the studio. They built it piece by piece. It's amazing how that happens. You know what I mean? They completely replicated the home. Tippy Flippy, Toppy Floppy. What up? How's it going, bro? Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to see what we got going on. I'm S Man the Best Man, your host at Critical Minds. I'm at the studio right now. I work for Netflix. Right now I'm just doing East Gate Watch. I get to sit in my car and just relax, watch the gate, make sure that no public is coming in our designated area, etc., etc. What car? What car do I have? I have a Cadillac, my bro. I have a ATS Cadillac, twin turbo, all wheel drive. It's only a 2018, but it's a very nice car, and it's nice to me. I really enjoy it actually. I'd show you guys it, but I don't feel like getting out of the car at this moment. Just because, you know what I mean. I'm like I said, I'm on the studio. We got big wigs everywhere. That's one of the assistant directors and the Swamper. So, who is in a gang? Was you in a gang? Yeah, I was. I was a part of long time ago. Um, you know what I mean? And it's not necessarily it's not a gang anymore. It became a brotherhood, a family, where a theme, a brand of the people that I wish you all the best too. Take care, Tippy, Toppy Floppy. Come back anytime soon, bro. May yourself live at your most high dwell in the kingdom of God. Yeah, you know what I mean. So in this gang has evolved into a community of ascension, unity, you know, uh, honor, moral integrity. You know what I mean. Where a lot of things have definitely changed over the years as I got older and matured more, and I started to learn, you know, a better consciousness where I didn't have to I stopped making excuses and justifications for crime for gain, for my actions and my behavior. You know what I mean? I started to take accountability. I started to take admission for my actions, and I started pointing the fingers at other people. And then that's when our lives started to change. That's when our gang started to change into a family. You know what I mean? A moral code. We don't sit here and promote violence, gang violence. I don't promote crime that's going to separate you from your family. What I do promote is unity, honor, and integrity. What I do promote is self-defense. What I do promote is standing on your business and standing on your grounds of principles and never breaking code for anything. That's what we do stand for. Why I know when people hear the word gang, they go, "Oh fuck, this guy," you know what I mean? But in the terms of sociology, um, a gang of people is a group of people that have banded together that represent a brand, a theme. Rider Gang, that's what we are. We are a brand and a theme, a band of the forgotten, the lost, and the abandoned. And what we do is we come together. We create each other strong. We inspire each other and we motivate each other to become the best version of ourselves. Where a long time ago, when I was young and I was dumb and I was sprung off immaturity and ignorance, blissful ignorance, I didn't have this type of conscientiousness. And now that I became conscious of my energy, like I said, making miracles are unfolding right before my eyes. When I started to spread more positivity and become more positively biasly responsive, miracles started to unfold right before my eyes. When I started to spread kindness, happiness, that's when people started to attract more to my life. The more that I was negative, the more that I distanced people, the more that I distanced my destiny, the more that I became depressed, anxiety. Negativity is the root of all cause sin wave. They say money's the root of all evil, but so is negativity. Negativity manifests into anxiety, depression, mental conditioning until permanent mental illnesses. Now, that being said, you know what I mean? When I started to change and reprogram my subconsciousness to biasly respond positively, life started to change. I started to become aware of certain things that were misleading and certain things that were not misleading. I was able to determine, you know what I mean? A deceitful, a deceit. I was able to determine that. I was able to relook at things and go, oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean? This logo, or you know what I mean, when you take a second look at things and you're able to determine if it's deceitful, if it's meant for the masses, or if it's meant to symbolically be broken and decrypted. Not everything is given to you in this world directly. They make you earn it, like the testimony. You know what I mean? And when you're taking an exam, does your teacher give you the tests? Just give you the answers to the test? No. Well, God's not going to give you the answers either. You got to find them. And you won't find, and it says Jesus and God does not dwell in the churches made by the hands of man. And do you think God's word dwells in the same hands that made the book? How would you know? You wouldn't know any better unless they taught you. We only regurgitate textbook education, so we wouldn't know any better unless we were told or taught. So when I was taught better, and I know better now from the Freemason Brotherhood, I have no desire to ever go back and follow in line with the rest of them. Once you've awakened, this is what I want to really, really emphasize to you guys. Once you become consciousness to this God conscience, everything you do afterwards is enhanced twice as much. So if you were, you know what I mean? If you know that this you're eating a hot dog or a hamburger, and you have gained Christ consciousness or God consciousness, once you put that burger inside you, you know that that burger is not healthy for you. You know what it's doing, and it's a slow suicide and compromise to the human temple, to the holy grounds, the sacred grounds, the church. The church. I'm not God, but this is God. What I put in God is how my universe is going to turn out. How I think with God is my perception of my subconsciousness. My subconsciousness creates my consciousness. My consciousness creates my reality, my universe. Universe. Okay? So, that being said, guys, just remember what you do with God. That is going to determine what your universe is. What you put in God, how you think with God. I'm not God, but this is God. And don't ever forget that. We are created in the same image as our creators. He did not create us for us to be on our knees worshiping them in fear. They created us to be godly like them. So don't squander your power and your divine gift, that spark that God gave you. Don't squander it. Anyways, I just want to say, guys, happy Tuesday morning. I hope you guys are all doing good. I hope everybody's doing well. Setting goals, striving to complete them. I hope you guys are all, you know what I mean, happy, chasing prosperity in the most healthiest manner and form. You know what I mean? Let's try and replace all bad habits for good habits. That's how you defeat bad habits, is replacing them with more beneficial, more healthier, and positive habits. Right now, I'm just at work. I work for Netflix. Sitting here at the studio. I'm on gate watch. So as you can see, there's the gate right there. There's base camp tech lands over there. So we're just hanging out here at the studio. I work for Netflix. You know what I mean? I get paid to sit in my car and do nothing all day long besides talk to you guys, which is awesome. I do appreciate my job, and I do appreciate everybody in the work field. I do appreciate my bro Pitbull for helping me get this job. You know what I mean? When times were very hard. So shout outs to my brother Pitter. I appreciate you, my brother. Even when times feel like some people don't, or you know what I mean. And when it goes unacknowledged, just know that in my heart, the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate you. You know what I mean? And I wish nothing but the best and success for everybody. Salt from the earth, stone from the ground. They who watches this, keep them safe and sound, and they who has ears, let them hear. I'll be reborn and rise into the same image as our Creator. I just want to let you guys know that once you come consciousness to this energy, everything enhances: the good, the bad, the evil, the poison, the health benefits, everything enhances as you become consciousness to this energy. So just make sure that you guys know, once you do take control of your energy, once you do become awakened consciousness, Christ consciousness, everything enhances. Eating that burger, more cancerous. Depression, more effectiveness. Everything is twice the amount, especially when we get a thought in our yo soup. What up, Max? What are you saying, G? Joseph Anderson. Wind through a dead tree, moss clings to the home, too harsh, yet a quiet calm. A world's reflection, darkness fades, and a brilliant light will rise together. Yo, Joseph. Wow, wise words, bro. Wise words. And I love the parables. Big shout outs to Joseph Anderson, 1357. Big shout outs to Max Joden. I have cancer. It's the best. Woo. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, bro. So as a Freemason, I'm gonna give you the best tip possible. I don't believe in Western medicine nor conventional treatment. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you the truth. The Dr. Sippy cure. I need you to go on a 14-day, one type of fruit fast. Don't eat nothing else, and don't eat nothing. Once that sun goes down, don't eat nothing. You need to fast. Fasting is what heals your body. We have a self-healing mechanism, self-eating mechanism. When we put the slow suicide in our body, it's using all the electrons and neutrons and protons to attack this. It's all of our immune system, everything. It's going, okay, we have war in the in the gut area, and it's taking and diverting all our energies to fight off this, and not distributing the energy in the rest of the body and the rest of the temple and the meridians that it needs to, like arthritis in our hands, healing in our brain. What is the topic today? The topic today is about curing cancer, actually, because you brought it up. This one's just for you, Maxie, my guy. This one's just for you. So I just want to let you know the Dr. Sibi cure. It's not an overnight process, but as a Freemason, and I discovered the knowledge of how to cure the body. Now, what you do is you go on a 14-day, one type fruit fast. You can also add watermelon to it. Okay. So the one type fruit fast, I would say I would go with the berry family. If it was here on the dawn of creation, the body will recognize it as real energy. But the food that you put in your body is not recognized as real energy. That's Frankenstein. That's called food. See, if you put energy in your body, then your body will start to distribute the energy into the areas needing to heal. So that being said, after 14 days, one type, you're going to lose like 6 inches off your waistband. Mark my words, hands down. You're going to lose all your body fat. And you can still gain muscle. You're not going to die just because you're eating this. Whatever the food health guide taught you, tell them it's all bullshit. You need to eat electric magnetic sun energy food, and you eat ground nuts to deworm the digestive system. The seeds that your fruit bear that contain cyanide and all that shit, that's what parasitic cleanses your bloodstream. So let me say this again. Ground nuts deworm our digestive system. We eat electric, magnetic, sun-charged food. You can actually go Harry B. Joseph. It's the Human Health Guide. This man is a genius. He has studied symbolism, Freemason cult knowledge. He has studied absolutely everything, pre-Christian scriptures, Muslim, everything, to the point where he knows exactly what we are, where we came from, what, what we're supposed to do. It helped me discover this knowledge as well. The Book of Wisdom, Volume 1 and 2. Hold on one second. We got somebody coming up. Hey, bud. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm Eastgate Watch. How's it going?
See that roll-up door right there? I want you to park right in front of it. No one opens it, okay?
Sorry, say that again?
Roll-up door. See the white roll-up door right there?
Yeah.
Park right in front
What's
of it.
your name?
No one opens it. Tom.
Tom, what are you with?
I'm the location manager.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, consider it done.
What do you got here?
I'm not.
LFP? LFP? Okay.
So you want me right in front of that big door?
Yeah, right there. Don't let anyone open that door, okay?
No problem, boss. Okay, hold on, guys. That's the location manager. Locations manager. That's El Hancho. You don't ask questions, you just do what you do.
Yeah, park right in front of it.
Yep, no problem, bro.
Thanks, man.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm back. Unknown horizontal struggle and cry out for the help, shattered but alive. Yeah, I feel you, bro. But I am skinny, so if I do this, I will end up in the ground. No, you won't. No, not at all. It doesn't mean that. You're actually detoxifying your body, my friend. Max, I'm telling you, trust me on this one. 14-day, yo, I used to have arthritis so badly, it was giving me carpal tunnel. I was this close to booking the surgery. Once you get surgery, things become permanent because it's conventional treatment. It's just a band-aid. It's not supposed to cure you. Tylenol takes away your headache, but doesn't cure where the headache stemmed from. The very next day, you're going to end up with another headache because you didn't change what's causing this to your body. The universe shows us signs. The body shows us signs, but we're too busy being stubborn or ignoring it or distracted by something else. We're not able to read the signs. That being said, my friend, 14-day, one type fruit diet. Go to the berry family. The berry family has been acknowledged since the dawn of creation over all. That's the royal food diet. That's what Queen Elizabeth ate her entire life was fruit, 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 fruit. And then when she said that she ate other things, it was a lie. It was just to perform for the public to make people think that she was eating anything else besides electric magnetic sun charged food. So that being said, after your four, but she died. Yeah, she died at like 100 years old, and it's probably like max. I think she was way more older than what she was. She was in three different pictures. Like, you know what I mean? Like she looked like Queen Elizabeth the First, she looked like Queen Elizabeth the Second, and she looked like Queen Elizabeth the Third. You know what I mean? Trust me, this is the elite diet. This is the Kabbalist diet. This is the Freemason diet. Sun electric magnetic sun charged food. 14 days, and then after your 14 days, one fruit type, 4-day fruit, 4-day fast. You can drink a little bit of water, but make sure not at nighttime. Electric sun, father sun, electric masculinity, mother moon, magnetize, draws from you. Okay. So make sure you do not eat after sundown, ever, ever. And with cancer, my brother, you need to make a complete lifestyle change. You don't go back to the same foods. You don't go back to the same sleeping patterns. You don't go back to the same death scrolling. You need a complete lifestyle change. See, cancer is not a death sentence, it's a balance. And if you find it in time and listen to the sounds or the signs from the universe in time, see the big, as above, so below, to the big, to the small, as within, so without. The universe. God, God. You know what I mean? I'm not God. That's ignorant to say I'm God. No, I'm not God. But this is God. What I put in God is how my reality will turn. How I think with God is exactly what my subconscious is going to turn out to be. My subconscious creates my consciousness, and my consciousness creates my reality universe. They who has ears, let them hear. May yourself live at your most height and dwell in the kingdom of God. Peace be with everybody who has watched this. Salt from the earth, stone from the ground. May the universe keep everybody in this chat safe and sound. I wish you guys all the best and success. Keep vibrating high at such a high level frequency that nobody can ever drag you guys back down. And like I said, once you become consciousness of this consciousness, once you awakened your conscious and you become God consciousness, everything enhanced. Eating that burger, more deadlier. Meditating, more beneficial. Taking control of your emotions, because every thought that we have has a chain reaction. 3, 3, 3. 3 is our thoughts, our intention, our mental universe, men, women, government. Everything's mental. That's what it stands for. See, the human language, actually, or the English language has hidden rituals and spells in it that you guys don't even know about. You know what I mean? You were a king, but now you're work king, and you're weak from your work week, and weakened on the weekend from your work week because you're working and were a king. The rabbit hole goes so. Can you do something for me? Keep on streaming. Max, for sure, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you at the most highest level, bro. I'm sending peace, love, and positive vibrations and healing frequencies to you and to your entire destiny. I wish you achieve all your desires, and the universe is favored and isn't aligned in your favor. So, you know what I mean? You just keep being you, and you just keep fighting, bro. You just keep fighting, and knowing that where there's a will, there's a way. Where the creator made you a will, he created a way. And never give up. Never give up. And yes, I can do that for you, Max. Shoutouts to Max. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you so much. Shoutouts to Joseph Anderson. Shoutouts to my little bro Jackson. Shoutouts to Toppy Floppy. Yes, I love that name. Yo, shout outs to everybody in the chat. Salt from the earth, stone from the ground. Keep everybody in this chat safe and sound. May yourself live at your most height and dwell in the kingdom of God, my friends. I'm just here at work. I work for Netflix. I'm at the studio. We got all the big wigs coming in right now, so I'm just chilling out in my car, literally getting paid to sit in my car. Bye, bro. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow. Yes, anytime, Max. Anytime you come back here, bro. You know what I mean? And I'll keep showing up for you guys, man. Thank you so much for everything, your inspiration, your motivation, your love and support. Big shout outs to Max. Big Rider Gang salute. And I wish you nothing but the best of success, my guy. I'll see you again tomorrow. And if not, just check out my plan. Check out my page, bro. I'll be back sooner than later, you know. How's everybody's day going so far? Good or bad? Do you want to talk about it? How's your day going so far? Good or bad? You guys want to talk about it? Jackson. We're just here at the studio, Techland, Base Camp. All the crews are showing up. The electricians, transport, set deck, construction, electricians. All the crews are showing up now. They're all getting ready for another day, another dollar. You know what I mean? I hope you guys, whatever you guys are doing, you're putting your best foot forward. You're not just doing your job, you're doing your best job every single time. Don't just do half the work, man, because then you got to come back and do the other half. That's what my father always taught me. He said, Shane, if you do the job right your first time, you never have to come back and do it again. And when you come back and have to do it again, you got to come do it on your own time. You're not getting paid. It's frustrating. It's just half-ass. My father never taught me to do things half-ass. He said, if you do it right, you never have to come back. And he said, son, just don't do your job. He said, do your best job every single time. You're not competing with anybody else, son. You're competing with yourself yesterday. And don't forget that. Shout outs to my old man Riggs. I love you so much. Thank you for all the hard work, workmanship, and the old characteristics and family traditions that you taught me. That is, you know what I mean? And I'm sorry that I didn't see this a lot earlier when I was, immature. It took me a long time to find this consciousness. And now that I found it, I wouldn't have it any other way. I used to think about my past. Now I'm never looking back. Hmm. What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. I really do. I hope you guys are all living life, your best life, not just living life. You're living your best life. One life in this vessel. Your soul will live forever. It's eternal. It's never, ever going to die. You are going to live forever, but you only live one life in this vessel. And then when you guys ascend through the 7 realms of heaven, through your testimony, you guys got to prepare for it. You have to take control of your subconsciousness, because when you go into your subconscious realm and you go through the 7 realms of heaven, your testimonies, you're not going to know what to do. And then we know what they're going to do. They're going to reincarnate you back down here in this demerged prison. It's a soul system, not a solar system. And I know I get this a lot. Like, I know a lot of people that hear this stuff and they go, this guy's a quack job, or this guy's high on drugs, or this guy's fucking out his brain cells. And, I get mocked, I get ridiculed, you know what I mean? But little do they know is that I was a Freemason. I was in the highest realm. See, my city, Hamilton, is the Grand Lodge. It's the national for Canada. So the highest of the Freemasons of Canada are from my city. You know what I mean? And those are the people that I mingled with. Those are the people that I absorbed every last word, action, and facial detail. How they hold their hands when they speak to you, where they stand in certain rooms where the energy flows the meridians and can be distributed outward and inward. The things that they say, the people that they have around them, the medals that they wear on certain days. Guys, if you only knew half of what I know, you would either go absolutely batshit crazy or you would start to ascend into your God consciousness. And that's what I'm here for, guys. I want to teach you guys all this type of stuff. I know I sound crazy. I know I sound like a fucking lunatic. Forgive me of my language to all my younger audiences, my nephews, my nieces, my little broskies and sisters. And I love you guys so much. It's not thou mental. It's not thy mental. It's thou readiness. And when you guys are ready, I'm going to teach you guys everything that I know before I go. So just know that. Just know that. All right, let's get off the serious topics. Let's goof around a little bit, and you know what I mean. Let's get to know each other. My name's Shane. They call me S-Man, the best man. I'm your host at Critical Minds. I've been married to a beautiful model for about, roughly 15, 17 years. I'm sorry, I don't really know because I stopped counting. I don't even know what my age is. I stopped counting. I stopped being conscious to my birthday. There's a lot of other things, you know what I mean, that I still do, like Christmas and such like that. But I just don't want to take that away from my son and my wife until they're spiritually ready to ascend and detach from certain things that they are attached to. Does it mean that I don't enjoy it? Of course not. I still enjoy Christmas. I still enjoy some of the things that I'm supposed to attach to. That's why healing is not, it's not an instant process. It's not overnight. It takes time. And it's like as above, so below, to the big, to the small. You know what I mean? The world's healing, but so are you. You know what I mean? We don't just ascend because we're perfect and we were just born that way. We went through the trials and tribulations that has led us to the ascension back to our Lord. From the stars we came, from the stars we shall return. You know what I mean? And then that being said, we always must realign ourselves, because if we don't realign ourselves, then we're always going to get caught in the justifications, in the excuses, longer dissension, longer delay, longer failure, So uh that's why I always just say, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just yapping on now. Hey, where's the trolls going? Yo, he's yapping. We need those guys right now. Oh man. You know what I should do? I should go live just for the trolls one day and just be like, yo, all trolls welcome. Troll members only. Troll members only. Um only roasting today. Don't come unless you got your don't come unless you got your roast with you. That's basically, I think I should probably do a live like that and see how many trolls I can get to come in and, and fucking roast me. That would actually be pretty funny. I'd hate to see that. That'd be pretty funny, but somebody brought their dog to work. Brought their dog to work week. Let's go. And this guy in the Challenger doesn't know how to park. He's probably done that about 10 times now. He is the utility manager. You're good. I'm not gonna get out. You know what? Sometimes you try to help people and they just get all snippy and shit. It's too early for some people. Some people are so miserable. They walk around like miserable as fuck. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, good morning. They're just like, this is like, whoa. You know what I mean? What up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out the assistant director's dog. Is your dog friendly? Very? What's her name? Oh yeah, yeah, I remember. That's just a quick what, 1 or 2 pages? Not even a page, eh? Fuck, right on, bro. Not bad. Right on. I just yeah, I seen the PAs already pull out. Right on, bro. Pleasure to meet you, bro. So that was one of the assistant directors right there. You can tell he's got a headpiece in him, and he's got like the casting uniform on. He's a really good guy. His name was Dan. I just met him just now, and he's got a dog, which was a poodle, female rescue dog. Her name is Luna, and she was just amazing. Her skin was very soft, and he just said, "You know what? We've never heard her bark. I don't know if you guys heard that, the chat. If you guys heard that, he said that they've never heard her bark, and they didn't even know if she barked. But the second I started petting her, she was so excited. She kept jumping up on me and barking at me like, "Oh, oh, pet me," which is really cool, man. Because like as a dog lover, I'm an animal lover, guys. I love animals so much. I'm addicted to gangsterism, but I love animals more than gangsterism. Let me tell you this: animals are the most precious gift to God, from God, to man, to humanity. It is amazing. The love between an animal and another animal or species, and honestly, they're funny as hell, like dogs and cats, and they're absolutely hilarious. They're so cute to watch, and just I don't know, man, they melt my heart. They soften me. They you know they soften a gangster. That's why I love animals so much. They really do, and they're just so funny. You just let them go and be themselves, and the more that you make them comfortable and protect them, and they feel comfortable with you, the more that their personality comes out. See, a lot of times when people are training their dogs, I'm an obedience dog trainer. When you're giving your dog shit, it's okay to give them shit. It's okay to correct them. But it's not okay to put fear in them because you're making your dog scared. Because when it comes time to protect you, it's gonna run. It's gonna flee on you because it's scared. You've made it scared. You need to actually, just like your children, we need to make them strong, fearless, war cry in the times of war, but also to be nice and gentle when it's time to caress and nurture. You know what I mean? When it's time for rest, it's time for rest. You know what I mean? When it's time for shit and hit the fan, you need to depend on them to be able to take care of themselves and also make the right decisions that for the survival of your family. Not saying that anything can necessarily happen, but like my bro just got into a situation with a couple other dogs the other day, ripped his fucking hand apart. You know what I mean? Because these dog owners don't have proper control over their dogs, or you know what I mean? They're scared of their dogs, or they made their dogs scared, and now they're just jumpy, fear biting mongrels. You know what I mean? And it's not cool. You know what I mean? Not everybody knows how to raise a dog. Just like a baby, it doesn't come with a handbook. You know what I mean? But there's definitely tricks and ways to learn how to take care of the dog, how to train them better and more proper and more efficient. You know what I mean? And the main thing I truly say is do not ever hit your dog. Don't hit your dog. The second you spank your dog, the second is you showed it violence towards it, and you've broken that connection, that bond of protection. The dog will not protect you if you spank your dog. The dog won't. It will, in a sense, because that's all it knows. If it's like a vicious guard dog, sometimes guard dogs, they're not necessarily doing it to protect you. They're doing it because it's an eco dominance, and I'm crazy aggressive dog. Now I got to take this other dog out, and not necessarily is he doing it to protect the owner. He's doing it to establish a dominance, and you know what I mean. And that's not good. So never hit your dog. Talk to your dog like this, like I'm talking to another human being. Because if you always baby your dog, the dog is going to become a baby, and it's not going to know right from wrong. So that's what I do want to let you know this because I'm speaking on experience with my dogs. I have 10 dogs, and I've babied some of them, and they're just so hard to get out of this this rhythm. You know what I mean? The accidents that they're having because they've been babied. You know what I mean? It's just improper training, and I don't recommend it. Speak to the dog like it's a human, but when it does good, then you give it the babiness and good for you, and then go back to being normal again. Speak to it like it's conscious, just like you are. It is a mammal, just like you are. Speak to the dog like that. Never hit the dog, because once you have established fear in the dog becomes scared and will not protect you. Violence doesn't solve anything, especially when, you know what I mean. Violence only brings more violence, and when both of us play with violence, both of us get burnt, and what? Nobody learns. So, that being said, try to avoid violence at all costs. Even me being a gangster, from a long time ago, I still do not promote violence. If I can avoid violence at all costs, I will do so. I would rather make a friend than another enemy, because I've reached a point in my life where I believe that spreading love and kindness gets you so much further down the path of life, and it opens up more paths and more opportunities in life, where, you know what I mean, when you're just all uptight and all that violence, that negative etheric output that you're putting in is reciprocated as projected, because what goes around will always come back around. So just remember that, guys. You know what I mean? The way we treat this universe is the way this universe is going to treat us. um I'm bored. I'm bored at work and I got nothing to do. I hope everybody's doing good. Let's take a minute to reflect on what we want this month. Um, when the full moon comes of every month, that's when the spiritual world and the physical realm has the thinnest veil. So what we do on full moons, that's why they say to do rituals, casting spells, fasting, and all that stuff. You're supposed to fast. When you fast, you attract more. When you fast, you're cleaning the toxins and demons out of your temple, allowing God's light, divine spark, to come in more stronger in through your antenna. So that being said, guys, just make sure on your full moon, sorry, I was just getting a text. On your full moon, just make sure that you guys, you know what I mean, you guys are fasting all day long, no spirits, no smoking, no food, and you guys are sitting there meditating. Now, to every day of meditation, there's a way to hold your hands, the mantras. Then the chantras are your hum. Find out which day, to every day there's a different hum, there's a different mantra to hold your hands, there's a different metal to wear, there's a different color to wear and to be attracted to and eat. Okay, to every day there is a chakra that you should be working towards of realignment. Like the crown chakra is your brain, that's your brain. So intuition, wisdom, that's what you should be working on those days. Moon day, Monday, mood day, emotions, energy. You should be wearing the color, you should be wearing silver, because silver is directly linked to the moon. Okay. Those are the things that align us and connect us with the celestial energies of this universe. And once you connect yourself to these celestial powers, you gain them. You gain them. Like no joke, guys. Not gonna lie. I'm not lying. You know what I mean? You start to gain them. You know what I mean? And then you become very, very powerful, in a sense where your total field, they say the 6 foot social distancing, your total field, it's because your heart gives off this vortex, invisible total field in 6 foot. 6 foot circumference it goes around. That's why when people they say protect your energy, that's why they say watch who you have around you. Low vibrating frequency light beings, when they come into your contact and you're vibrating at a higher level, they start to draw from your energy for what? Balance. It starts to balance, but it's also raised and lowered, or it's also raised their frequency and lowered your vibration. So just remember that. Watch who you have around you and always protect your energy. That being said, today is Tuesday. I'm going to go on a post. I'm going to figure out exactly what metals we're supposed to be wearing, what mantras we're supposed to be holding, what chantras we're going to be humming, and exactly what chakra we're supposed to be aligning with and working towards. I hope everybody's doing well. I just want to say how much Your guys' presence really means to me. Thank you guys. You guys are life saving. Words can't even describe how much I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful for this channel because it's only been up for 18 months, and I never thought in a million years I'd be standing in front of a screen and doing YouTube videos and such like that. So thank you guys, and this is all because of you guys. This is all thanks to you guys. You know what I mean? Healthy debates, healthy disagreements to agreements, love and support. Dang, I love you guys, all the trolls too, man. You guys, you guys play a big part in my humor because I do find a humor. I don't take things personal. I know how to take a joke and fuck them if they can't. Negative Nancy and sensitive Stacy, they don't live. They don't live over here. You know what I mean? Or Chads or Steves or whatever you guys want to call the male Karens. I just want to say I'm very grateful for all of you guys, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for just for being here, just for leaving a comment. It means a lot to me every time I wake up and I check the comments and I see a comment and I'm like, oh my god, man. You know what I mean? Even the questionable ones, even the ones that are like, like they're not trying to be negative, but they disagree. I still appreciate all those comments. Every comment I appreciate. Every presence from every other human being, every human being experience or any human interaction I receive from this channel is immense, and this is why I do it, guys. I don't do it to show off. I don't do it for self gratification. I don't do it to make money or to ask you guys for anything. All I do this for is inspiration. I do this to inspire you guys, to show you guys that you can do this too. If somebody like me came from where I came from, and I'm managing to live out my desires and everything that I ever dreamed for, if I can do it, guys, and where I come from, then so can you. And that's what this channel's for. This channel's going to show you guys that you guys can do it too. If I came from a prison cell, I came from foster care, from group homes, you know what I mean? Youth system, poverty, no education. If I came from that route, then definitely, guys, you guys can do it too. And I'm going to keep showing you guys. I'm going to keep showing up every single day, showing you guys that you guys can do it too. And as long as you put your mind and your heart to it, nothing can stop you. Believe in yourself so much that nothing can stop you. I believe in you guys so much that I believe in myself. And I believe in myself so much that I believe in yous. I forgive all to be forgiven of all. I love all to be loved by all. I am you and you are me, and I am him and him is me. We are all one from the source. They who has ears, let them hear. May you self live at your most height and dwell in the kingdom of God. I'm your boy S Man, the best man, your host at Critical Minds, where we push spirituality, spiritual warfare, unity, moral integrity, love, and support. And not only that, we're going to break free or we're going to die trying. Shout outs to my bro, Jeremiah Dog. Let's go. Yes, guy. Let's go. Grind rising. Grand rising. Yo, that's perfect. That's a good saying. And I didn't even see that you did that comment. I was just shouting you out, bro. Break free or die trying. Let's go. Yeah, let's go, bro. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. May the universe be aligned in your favor, and you guys are granted your wishes and most highest desires. Keep following the formula, guys, and you guys will achieve. It's not an overnight process. You don't just blow up overnight thinking that this type of stuff happens. Every thought that you thought, every word that you said, and every action you took has led you to the materialization of your universe right now. Everything you ever done has led you up to this universe. So just remember, you're creating your world. That's why these death scrolls are giving you dementia. They're actually taking away from your manifestations. I didn't coin the phrase, but I live by it. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I love that phrase, break free or die trying, because when we start to ascend into these seven realms of heaven and we are greeted by the seven archons, we're going to be tested. Venus is lust, like women, pleasure, sex. You know what I mean? The moon is your moods, which, you know what I mean? Your mood, your emotions, where they're going to try and manipulate your emotions. And the second you react in a sense where they don't believe, the universe just drops you and you become the fallen angel, fallen vibration. Your vibration falls so far down into physical matter, because every vibration, when it reaches such a high level of vibration, it gets transformed back into light energy. Everything that falls in frequency gets transformed into physical matter. Know what I'm saying? As above, so below, right? So that being said, we always got to work on our subconsciousness. That's what these Freemasons are doing. They're reprogramming and taking control of their subconsciousness, because that's what you're supposed to prepare for. The day that you die, you go into your subconsciousness, and then you are greeted by the 7 archons. And if you fail those testimonies, you get incarnated back into the soul prison. Not a solar system, soul system. For real. You want to know how to beat Yahweh? You don't beat him. You know Yahweh, Saturn? Saturn's the very last realm that you reach before you leave the highest realms of heaven, the one who created Yahweh. That's who I pray to. That's who I send my prayers to. And I don't do it like this. I do it like this. That's how I pray. I don't get on my knees and I physically, this is abracadabra, guys. You're trying to change reality with your words. That's a form of witchcraft. And people don't realize that. Are magicians. They are, bro. See, the whole thing is about being a magician is not a bad thing either, Jay. It's not being a bad thing. Jesus was a magician. That's why he healed the blind. He did this. He turned water into wine. He was a magician. The reason why they killed Yeshua is because he was not of the blood of Yahweh. Same with the Nephilim. The Nephilim was not of the blood of Yahweh. They were the blood of the blood of higher realmed gods. And Yahweh, the creator of this realm, is an ignorant tyrant god who is keeping us trapped here. So that being said, again, the reason why that Yeshua was crucified is because he was showing people herbalism, sorcery, tools, how to ascend spiritually and to defeat the matrix, the material trick, the simulation. That's what he was doing. And Yahweh was not having it. Sent the 7 archons out. These are 7 spiritual entities that live today that actually play a toll on your thinking, your everything. You have no idea. Just look up this. And that's what I say to everybody. If you guys are watching this and it's not live or after live, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. That's what guys like us like to do, is we like to show people. We're not just sitting here talking out of speculation or personal belief. I'm talking about actual statistics and facts and education that I've found by a society that won't tell you, won't show you, nor are you going to find it in your Bible or mainstream curriculum. They're going to lie to you at a mass level to keep you in control. Yes, my guy, speak your intent. True that. Thank you, my bro. Big shout outs, bro. Big shout outs. Salt from there, stone from the ground. Keep my broskies safe and sound. And may you continue to rise until we break free or die trying. And then what? We just reset and start all over again. And it's a fucked up way to think about it. And I know people that are like, they're so gun ho on Jesus and shit like that, but they don't realize that Jesus Christ is not a man and never was. Jesus Christ is the fluid that is produced by our body. The 3 spiritual glands is what produces this chrism fluid, Christ oil, Christ. And it actually travels up and down our 33 vertebrae, right? And when you retain your Kundalini energy, it stops at your chest, your solar plex, and dies for 3 days. And then when you still retain that energy, it starts to rise again when the moon reaches your sun sign. I'm a Leo. So when the full moon reaches my Leo sign on my birthday, it starts to rise again, if retained, reaching the temple of God, the temple, the kingdom of God, unlocking 100% pathways to our brains, unlocking mystical abilities that we never thought was possible. Lucid dreams, astral projection, control of our subconsciousness. Mic drop. This one's for the critical minds. Big salute. The crystals. Yes, bro. Exactly. Words are powerful. That's why they say grand rising rather than good morning. Ooh, you know what, bro? That's exactly what I'm going to say every single time now. Grand rising. Grand rising to you too, my brother. I love your consciousness. Very impressive and inspiring, bro. And that's what this whole channel's supposed to be about. Inspiring one another, regardless if we agree to disagree on any other aspects, future, near future, or in past things, with any other subscribers, family, friends. The fact that we're inspiring each other is so huge, bro. It's so huge. Like the inspiration that you get from me is probably immense, and vice versa. When I'm inspired, bro, big things happen in my life. Inspiration is the best frequency possible. Inspiration is how you reach the abundance frequency, how you reach the prosperity frequency, how you reach higher levels of vibrational frequencies. And I just want to say thanks to you, my guy. Thank you, bro. Always showing up. Thanks. Now you can. I think you can hear me now because it just activated the audio sound. Let me know if you can hear me now. Yeah, yo, for real. It's Bluetooth, but it's like it's just it's yeah, it says like voicemail, and it's because it's only a 2018. It's not a it's you know what I mean. It's I wish it was a um little bit newer, but it is what it is. She's still my baby. I call it the red shark because it's a really nice Cadillac, red Cadillac. I love this thing, man. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. Yeah. So hold on one second. Excuse me. Pardon me, guys. I apologize for that. So how's your guys' day going so far? Good or bad? You guys want to talk about it? How'd your boy? Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? Is there things that you know what I mean that are bothering you? You guys got any curious questions or anything? Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, guys. I'm your boy S Man, the best man. I'm your host at Critical Minds. Sitting here at the studio right now. I'm just doing gate watch, so I get to sit in my car and get paid. Mind you, I'm not getting paid much. You know what I mean? It's only $20 an hour, but hey, I get $20 an hour to sit in my car and do nothing. Plus, I get a couple of these bonuses, these allowances that are non-taxable, which is like $20 food allowance, $19 travel, $3 to use my cell phone for the day. Those are non-taxable, so I get that amount, and that pays that adds up. It pays off. Oh, it looks like I'm getting a little irritation. See now, let me show you this. See this right here, guys? See this? This means that your body is getting in too much toxins and needs to detox. You need to purify your body. That's why you're getting these rashes. That's why you get pimples. That's why you get all these type of things. These skin conditions are all curable. All skin conditions curable, can be removed, if not dormanted. Even if they're permanent, you can put them in dormant by doing that fruit fast diet. By eating only one fruit. I say the berry family because it's my favorite and also has been acknowledged, statistically proven that Ah, yo, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate, yo, thank you, bro. Yo, big salute, my guy. Big salute. I appreciate that, keeping me company at work. You know what I mean? Just coming and checking it out, hanging out and kicking with me, bro. I appreciate you so much, bro. You know, we should go live together one day, or even, you know what I mean? We just start accepting everybody to come in live or do phone calls. I just, you know what I mean? I just want to chat with everybody. I think I'm going to start doing this, bro. And we're going to start talking to everybody and, you know what I mean? Bringing in some more and more souls, bro. Hey, AJ, so me and you can start waking up some more people, bro. I feel like God gave us the gift to uplift and inspire, bro. We're gonna break free, doggy. We're breaking free, bro, because failure's not an option, bro. Failure's not an option. Let's go. Um, I forgot what I was talking about, but big salute to everybody. I fucking love you guys, man. I truly do. I really do. I you know, I appreciate you guys at the most highest level. I just uh I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Actually, and the top. um, yeah, man. Let me know if there's anything. Do something for me. Of course. What's up, bro? As long as it's not no Diddy favors. No, I'm just kidding, bro. What's up, bro? You know, I'm just playing with you, broski. Oh, my bro, he gave me this really nice knife, bro. It's beautiful. Thank you. Shout outs to King George, my brother King George from Iraq. Uh, Another guy, as you can see, he's got all the symbols. Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? And there's no there. This is all like built in, built in. So this won't damage. You know what I mean? I could cut vine, twine, bark. I could shave bark off. You know what I mean? You know, it's a very very nice knife, and also it's marked up and labeled throughout throughout it on the handle and everything. This was a gift given. No astral glide needed. Yeah, yeah. What do you need? What do you need, my brother? Definitely, if I can help out. Sweet knife. I know, right? Like this knife means a lot to me. It was given to me by my bro King George. George, shout outs to George Aki. I love you. From Iraq to Canada, we taking over, baby, and you know we the Rodder gang, and I love you so much. Thank you so much for this gift. I'm gonna cherish this until I die. But I'm definitely I forgot to take it out of my car, and it's definitely when I get home, I'm gonna definitely put it in my nightstand and with all the rest of my collection. I have quite a bit of collection. What do you do something for me? What do you need, Jeremiah? Talk to me, my brother, my brother. So swoopty. Let my hand slide on the coochie. I call up the plug. I used to grab one, but now I need two, please. So whoop-dee. You know our life like a movie. Never fall for no haters or groupies. HBS, I've been that. Tell the ops, I've been back. Fuck his friend, he should have stayed strapped. Got a sexy bitch beside me. I'm the only one she let in that. Keep a sword like I'm Sinbad. Nowadays, kids sin fast. Hit a tire screeching the engine roar every time that I whip past. I'm in a trap and I get cash. Got a happy wife and they been mad. So whoop-dee. Jason on did a prepper type video a week ago that was interesting. Yeah, eh? What was the conclusion of it? Did he actually prove the theory that he was I think he was trying to what was he trying to prove? He was trying to show that um like oh, hold on, sorry, 1 second, bro. 1 second. Gotta just fix something. The guy's looking all confused and shit. You don't know where to go. It's got signs all over the place. You know, it's like I tell my son, look with your eyes and not your mouth. No, I don't know about art chicks. What is that? Explain to me a little bit more because I think I'm mistaking Jason for somebody else. No, Here's one of my bosses. Just drove by. Really good guy, actually. I, you know, see in the film industry, bro, you have to. It's like a constant demand of, you know what I mean, availability. Okay, tell me more about it. Tell me what's the concept of it, kind of like, the founding of it. Like, what are they trying to? What's their goal? What's their mission? Also, um, sorry guys, I always got to keep an eye out because that's the best channel out there, bro, for real. Okay. Yeah, and is it more like conscientiousness, like kind of the stuff that we're constantly calculating and evaluating, and if that's the channel, bro, then I'm subbing up, bro. I'm subbing up. That's what I say to everybody on their channels too. I say, yo, sub me in, coach, and I put hashtag sub zero. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna check that channel out then. Have to, because I love learning. I love being inspired, and I love, discovering new things that's going to channel me towards my destiny. You know, that's definitely my goal, is to continue channeling my destiny, my soul purpose. You know what I mean? Doing it for my soul purpose, because you know what I mean. That's why our soul screams at us in depression, anxiety. That's why, because we're not creating. No, really? Fuck. Yo, I gotta check this out. That's gonna be really interesting. Now, is there any subliminals to Kronos? Or is that what they're trying to uncover? Kronos, the god of time, Satan, Kronos, same shit. Yo, you know what I want to start doing too, bro? Is I want to start watching these videos and doing like reaction and sitting there. You know what I mean? Let me tell you this, my brother. It's shout outs to everybody that came in the chat. Salt from there, stone from the ground. Keep everybody in this chat safe and sound. What's up? Wish everybody a blessed day. Bocat, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Bocat777 TGC. Thank you so much. Wishing you all the best and success. May you self live at your most height and dwell in the kingdom of God. Peace be with you, my friend. And my name's S Man, the best man. I wish you nothing but the best. And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. Come check out what we got going on. Doom scrolling type videos. All right, I'll check that out. I'll check that out for sure. Jama, bless everyone we know. Everyone loves. All have a blessed day, guys. Yo, Jama, shoutouts to Jama150K3M. Thank you so much. I wish that you have the utmost blessed day. I hope that the universe aligns in your favor and you have the most prosperous moment today. And life. I hope you have I hope you achieve your desires and your goals. And yeah, man, I hope you ascend to higher frequencies, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best of success. Peace be with you upon your journey, and thank you so much for your love and support. My name is S Man, the best man. Big salute to you guys and your family from the bottom of my heart to yours. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your guys' busy day to come check out what we got going on over here. My name's S Man, Critical Minds. We like to push spirituality, ascension, uh, unity, moral integrity, and you know what I mean? Just critical topic. You know what I mean? So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your words are so kind. I hope you accomplish everything you do. Preach and love the best man. Oh man. Thank you so much. Jama, thank you so much. Yo, big shout outs to Jama. Oh my God, thank you. I appreciate you. See, this is why I do it, guys. I don't do it to ask for any donations. I'm not doing this to showboat and make myself feel any better or bigger than any other human being that's one nation under God. I do this to simply be inspired and to inspire. And I just want to say thank you so much. You're making me fucking blush, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Big salute. Giving you a hug through the phone. So we're just sitting here right now. We're just sitting here. I'm at the studio, guys. I work for Netflix. I'm gate watch today, so I get to sit in my car and just get paid and keep an eye on the gate. That's why you always see me going silent. It's because I'm watching the cars coming in and out. I'm watching the employees, making sure that there's no public coming in on our property, and none of our equipment is being tampered with, damaged, stolen, relocated. So that's basically what I do for a living. As I sit in my car and I get paid. Big shout outs to the pit bull for helping me out, getting me here. It's my fucking guy. Um, no, just playing. The camera was panned at the perfect moment where the son and father hugged each other. Oh, yo, that's so cool. So that's actually cousin. They're two cousins. Those two. That nice lady right there. She's a really nice lady, a part of costumes and makeup, and he's a part of transport, which helps shuttle all the butterfly effect. That was so cool. I loved how you point that out too. See, not a lot of people are able to see universal signs like that, and hats off to you. Very impressive that you were able to. That it was a universal sign right there that corresponded. Lone Fam. Hi, how's it going? Shout outs to Lone who asked. Hi, Lone Fam, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. Who asked? Who asked what, my friend? Who asked what, my friend? I hope you're having a good day. I hope the universe is aligned in your favor. And I wishing you all the best of success, Lone Fam. I hope that you have a wonderful day with you and your loved ones, making cherishable moments because God never promised tomorrow. So don't be shy to look and turn to the ones that you love and tell them how much they mean to you because one day you will not have the chance to do so. Because where we go, we only go by ourselves and we can't take nothing with us. So remember to cherish the ones that desire us, cherish the ones that we love, and cherish the ones that are of the blood. Break free or die try. Let's go. Shout outs to my homies. Shout outs to my brodies. Shout outs to all my sisters, nieces, nephews. Shout outs to all my family and friends. Shout outs to all my subs, my day ones, and all the ones still to come. You guys make this very possible at every level, and you guys have no idea how much you guys saved my life from the gangsterism. So I just want to say how much I love you guys, and I owe you guys. I'm going to keep showing up and I'm going to keep inspiring. And I hope you guys continue to inspire me too. So big salute to you guys from the broader gang to your guys' neighborhood, to your guys' circle, to your guys' business, to your guys' brand, to your guys' team, whatever it may be. I wish you guys nothing but peace and prosperity and may you guys walk protection on the journey ahead of you guys. And a lot of guys and a lot of people and girls when they get on this and they're like, yo, this guy sounds like out his brain. Like he sounds like what I mean? Like he's mental and this and that. And it's not thy mental, it's thou readiness. You know what I mean? They're just not ready to have these conversations. They're not ready for their spiritual ascension because they're locked in their bliss. But once that bliss fog starts to dissipate and starts to go away, That's when real miracles start to happen. Once you take consciousness of your God consciousness, the Creator did not create us on our knees to worship Him in fear. He created us in the same image as Him so we can be creators like Him. The creation, creators. That's why your sole purpose, that's why people live in anxiety and depression because they're not creating. They're not creating. We're supposed to be creating and manifesting constantly. Very well worded. You are armored with the power of speech. Oh, Bocat, thank you so much. I know a lot of people say that I have a voice for a podcaster, and also I speak with conviction. It's because I don't speak with speculation. I speak over statistics and facts, and I study it to the point where my belief system becomes very strong and convicted. I used to be a Freemason. I studied Freemason cult knowledge, symbolism, pre-Christian scriptures, the Ethiopian Bible. I've used to be a Muslim after Roman Catholic. Once I discovered that a lot of these stuffs were man-written, man-gossiped, and also rewritten to the point of control. That you know what I mean. I started to discover. I became a Freemason because Tupac Shakur. Yeah, that was the man that I idolized growing up. Illuminati. Kill Illuminati. I used to believe that the Freemasons were the Illuminatis, the Kabbalists, the elites, the bad guys, the bad guys. And in a sense, they kind of are, but they're not because they're not the ones influencing them to do so. It's the programming that was made by the systems they built that is producing. So in a sense, yeah, because they're not changing the systems. You know what I mean? You know, why does my Freemason Bible have 16 more books, or you know what I mean? A lot more books than any other Bible does. It's because they have a profound knowledge of the universe, what they are, what they're supposed to do while here, and what they're supposed to prepare for. When I was coming into the Freemason Brotherhood and I was speaking to the younger ranks, they were so ignorant it was bliss. They would make a mockery of some of the other beliefs of the other members and such like that, and it was kind of like group thought. Oh, this guy thinks the Earth is flat. What a fucking idiot! You know what I mean? They wouldn't even know better unless they were told. They only regurgitate their textbook education. They wouldn't know any better unless somebody told them. So that means ignorance is bliss. When I started to elevate in ranks and speak with my associates, I started to speak with the higher ups, the middle ranks. They were not in it for the same reasons I was. They just wanted the logo on their license plate. They wanted the connection and resources and the success that it may bring if brought forth. Oh, 100% it's flat. 100% is flat. No matter how high we go into the altitude, the eye level is always flat to the horizon. That's inconsistent to any spherical shape in the laws of physics. We'd always have to dip down to compensate for the curvature of the Earth. You know what I mean? And what holds water on a spinning ball of water in an infinite vacuum of space? Let me see the word gravity. Okay, so we're going to hold trillions and trillions of kilograms of water on the surface of the Earth, but our bodies are going to float around freely. No, we'd be imploded to the ground and we would explode from the pressure of the atmosphere. We can actually debunk a lot of these fake curriculums in our kitchen, especially with this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Matter. You can't manipulate matter. You can't. It is what it is. Powder is powder, water's water, gas is gas. We can change it into other things, but we can't manipulate it. Okay? What is this doing? What's that water doing? It's constantly leveling itself out to the horizon. No matter what we do, and no matter what shape or object it's in. How does it do that on a spherical ball? Okay, now let's create gravity, guys. Let's grab an apple and let's put it on a spike and let's spin that shit. Let's create some G-force. Let's pour some water on top of that. Where's that water gonna go? It's gonna paint the walls unless we hollow in the inside diameter. Anyways, that's another topic for another story. No, you're right, 100%. It finds leveling. That's exactly what it does. Yeah, because liquid matter finds leveling, and it's always level to the horizon. Yeah, that's why all NASA videos are all CGI'd, computer graphic imaged, and none of them are real. None of your outer space, the comets, the planets, everything, none of that shit is real. So we are on an elevated upward disk, flat stationary plane. It's actually in the CIA documents. Go on their website and type it in. You can read it for your guys' selves. It's proven fact. We are on a flat stationary plane that is constantly rising towards the stars. The stars is light, energy, heat, energy. That's what's unthawing the earth because the earth goes into a reset mode. That's what happens. It's called the Great Reset. As it slowly elevates towards the heat, all these other things, prehistoric events, start to unthaw, causing the destruction of the earth and the reset. What happens is after it resets, it goes back down into an ice age, and it resets all over again. We've already been through 6 different great resets. We're coming up to a 7th, and they believe the 7th one is the last one, which is the end times. Yeah, Santos does. Yeah. Yo, honestly, bro, you're like a fountain of information too, eh, bro? Like this is amazing. I'm so I don't even have to explain it to you, Jay. You already know your shit, bro. I fucking love it. I love it. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's just it's unfortunate like how we are like deceived at such a mass level, and it's so hard to gain consciousness. Did you know very few of us gain consciousness in a lifetime, bro? Like 1 out of 6, 1 out of 10 people gain consciousness like us. They live throughout their whole life and just reincarnate back in another life, and they do like 6 lives over and over and over and over and over again without gaining this type of consciousness. That's why if I had a chance to turn back time and restart life, I wouldn't change a thing, because who knows where I would be today, if I'd be the man that I am today, if I was, would I find the consciousness that I did? I had to make those mistakes that I made today, yesterday, to become the man I am today. Sometimes we have to make a mistake to learn from the mistake, but it's what we do with our learning experience and that mistake that turns it into a life lesson. Because if we continue to make the same mistakes, that's insanity, especially thinking that you're going to get a different outcome. That's no brainer. You know what I mean? So we always got to make sure that life, this is a learning experience. Your soul signed a contract. It came down here for a reason, for a sole purpose. And that's what we need to discover. We need to discover our soul purpose. We need to find ascension, detach, take control of our subconsciousness, and break free, or fucking die trying, guys. Big salute, Jeremiah, bro. You're the best. I appreciate you so much, bro. And I'm so happy that we came in contact, man. If we're ever in the same region of the world, bro, it's a it's a must. We need to remember we do. It's a must that we link up, bro. Even if we just go for chicken wings, coffee, fruit, a little hike in the whatever, bro. Introduce our families. I'd love to kick it with you, bro, any day of the year. Anytime, bro. And you're right. That's exactly what we need to do. Because when you go down the so when you're being sent back in incarnation from the 7 realms of heaven, they wipe your memory and they send you back down here, wiping your memory, starting all over again. That's why we can't remember. That's why Jesus says to remember. We need to remember the. Oh, my apologies. Sorry, guys. My bad. My bad. Oh, there we go. I'm back here now. Bro, that's bull, Mr. Somebody. I'm sorry you disagree, Mr. Somebody. Can you tell me from your personal aspect why you think this is not true? I'd love to hear, bro. You know what I mean? Respectfully agree to disagree. It doesn't mean that we need to separate or become enemies, or be negative to each other. If you'd like to explain where your aspect and why you believe that it's not true, I'd love to have that conversation with you, bro. And let's still give a shout out to Mr. Somebody 7345. Still human, still soul seed, right next to us, trying to do the same thing that we are. Ascend, live free, stabilize, and ascend. That's basically what we're trying to do. So, Mr. Somebody, if you'd like to let us know your your perspective of disagreement, I'd love to know, and what you disagree with. That would be pretty cool. Did you read the Bible? What chapter is that? Yes, I did read the Bible. I've actually read the Holy Quran. I've read the Old Testament and the New Testament. Have you read the Bible, my friend? And what did you feel was bull? What's bull? See, as a Freemason, my brother, I know better and I was shown better. The Bible that you read, I have more books than you. I have the Book of Enoch 1, 2, the Hidden Gospels of Sophia, the Secret Gospels of John and Jacob. I also have the Secret Bible of James, which is Jesus's brother. I I've been shown a profound knowledge of symbolism, Freemason cult knowledge, pre-Christian scripture, and religion. I have found profound knowledge that it was metaphorically spoken in parables, and it all represents the human body, the temple. I'm not God, but this is God. What I think with God is the perception of my reality. What I put into God is how my temple is going to stand and its foundation. You know what I mean? So that being said, my friend, let me know what you disagree with and what part you disagree with, because I don't know. I've yapped a lot, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about or what you disagree with, my friend. But still, give a shout out to Mr. Somebody 7345. May yourself live at your most height, dwell in the kingdom of God. Salt from the earth, stone from the ground. Keep everybody in this chat safe and sound. They who has ears, please let them hear. Yeah, he has. And that's why, like when Jacob's ladder is the 33 vertebrae of your spine, that Christ oil flows up and down into the kingdom of God. And if you retain your kundalini energy, your sperm, and you don't release that, when the moon comes to your sun sign and you retain it, the fluid goes up to your solar plex, the heart, where Jesus points to. And what it does is that as it resurrects after 3 days and it continues up the vertebrae, up Jacob's ladder, going to the kingdom of God, the temple, unlocking 100% pathways of your brain and mystical abilities that you never thought existed. I'm talking lucid dreams, astral projection, levitation, healing at a cellular level, controlled at a cellular level to the very cell that you're. Yeah, you guys have no idea. If you guys only knew the truth, you guys you guys would go mad. Yeah, it actually took my sanity for a little bit. And Jeremiah, I think you can probably relate to that too. When you first discover this stuff, and you try to wake up the people that you care about and the ones that you love, the worst thing you could do is try to force awakenness. You cannot awaken somebody who is not ready. People that are stuck in their bliss are not able to wake up. And the more that you try to, the more that it pushes them away. The more that you try to, the more it gives you more desire to do so. You need to trust the universe and release. We cannot seek desire, because the more that, like Buddha wanted to ascend. Buddha wanted to become light again, but his desire was so strong to ascend into the realms of heaven that it wouldn't allow him to do it. But the second he released, he trusted the universe and he released and said thank you, like it was going to happen. It happened. Money comes easily, frequently, and abundantly. Money come to us now, times three, Samoda B. Yeah, for sure. No. So Jesus is not a real person. Jesus is the Christ oil that your body produces, your soul fluid. Yeshua was crucified because he was not of the blood of Yahweh, just like the Nephilim. Yes, bro. That's exactly a great observation. Josini, shout outs to my bro Jojo. What up, my bro? Woo! Let's go. More ascension. Guys, I'm telling you, go look up this story. This girl talks about the past life she was before. There was a little boy that was kidnapped by a rapist, a molester. He was molested, killed, and buried in the backyard. When that boy came to his new life, he was around 4 or 5 years old. He went and told his mother that he remembered his past life and led him to the body that he previously lived and was murdered in. Wow, that just blew my mind, bro. Inspiration is a very high vibrating frequency, my guys, and when you learn to tap into it and you jump in the algorithms and you know what rhythm to do, I'm telling you, man, your body becomes so strong, and so does your mind. There are three types of people in this world: those who see, those who only see when shown, and those who don't see. Big facts. Big facts. And it's so hard to see. It really is. It really is hard to see. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for participating in our activities today. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy lives, man. You know what I mean? Life's busy and life's just it become it's chaotic sometimes. It can become, you know what I mean? Our universe, this can either be your school or it can be your prison. Which path do you choose? I used to create a prison for myself where I was stuck negative currency, negative energy, frequencies, destruction, chaos, depression, decline, like that type of stuff is programming us for defeat. When I started you and I verse, yes, my brother, and those those type of mentalities that I used to possess was the destruction of me that kept me distracted, that kept me ignorant, that kept me away from my destiny, my sole purpose, that kept me away from unity and connecting human experience and spreading the Christ consciousness that Yeshua taught us. Yeshua came down here sent by the great spirit, the one above Yahweh, the one that created Yahweh. Jesus didn't pray to Yahweh. Jesus strictly refrained from Yahweh. Did you know that? He never claimed he was Yahweh's son. He was a different son from a different God. And that's why the seven archons had him crucified, because he was opening up consciousness to man. So when they say when Jesus Christ comes back to save us, that's when consciousness returns back to humanity to save us. When Jesus never said one freaking scripture for you to get on your knees, put your hands together and pray with your mouth. Jesus said to go into the higher chambers and close the door, which means the higher chambers, the temple of God, your mind, and to shut off your five senses and meditate. That's how you connect with God. God. That's how you connect with God yourself. I don't discuss those things. Whatever happens behind lodged doors, we don't discuss. And I'm happily to tell you that I'm no longer a part of that, because I chose to give you guys the information. If I were to continue doing so, I'd be putting myself in danger and my family's life in danger. I would not be able to do this and help you guys ascend, inspire you guys, wake you guys up, and do all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? That I don't believe in. So if I have the cure to cancer to help out Max, I'm gonna give it to him. If I have any type of information or knowledge or intelligence that's gonna make my mom live a longer life, or my father be more healthier, or us to live in more conscientiousness to our energy, to unify us, and to actually respect and honor the teachings of Yeshua and why he came here and actually was crucified, not of the blood, was sent here by the Great Spirit. Thank you to the Great Spirit. Thank you to the universe. And thank you to myself for seeing the light. Holy Trinity, Mother, Father, Son. It's not that pride shit, guys. I'm sorry. No disrespect. I don't believe in homosexuality, but I don't believe that they should be treated any differently, have less of a say, or ridiculed. They're still human beings just like us, and they deserve respect and they deserve kindness. But we don't deserve, and they don't deserve, and neither does our children, to be subjected to objectives. Just because they're objective to a certain aspect of life doesn't mean that you need to subject another human being. I believe that sexuality should be a sexual preference behind closed doors between the two sacred energies, and that should be very sacred. It's called Kundalini. You don't share that with anybody. You don't have one night stands, because sex is a ritual. It's a form of witchcraft. And if you do it properly, you can incarnate a high vibrating soul seed. If you do it improperly, you incarnate a low vibrating soul seed, if not one at all. And every time you entwine intercourse, these eyes can only see in the physical realm. There's more realms that you can't see with these eyes. So just imagine when you're connecting yourself with your one night stands and these senseless sex and this, you know what I mean? Who is seeing you? Who do you appear in front of? Who feels your vibration? Who discovers that frequency? We'll never know. Man, yo, well said, bro. Honestly, like a fountain of you're a fountain of intelligence, and I fucking love it, bro. I can't You take the words right out of my mouth. I can't even, you know what I mean? I love that about you, bro. Religion teaches to find God outside of yourself, when God has always been within. As within, so without. As above, so below. Thank you, my brother. You're right. They want us to look externally instead of inward. We're supposed to be looking inward and not outward. There's no fucking God that's coming on a white horse sending fireballs down on the white clouds to come and save you guys. Do you know what judgment is? The death of everybody. They don't just come here and save one or two or the believers. They don't just save you guys and then leave the rest of us behind and then they go back up in the clouds. It doesn't happen like that. They're taking judgment. Judgment is the same judgment that they gave the Nephilim. Did you know that the Nephilim came down here because they wanted to live lives? Why do societies create rebels? Why do they rebel? Because the government is tyrannical. Because their leader is a tyrannical tyrant person that is misleading, that is abusing and destroying and causing destruction to the people of the governed. Correct? So what do you think the fallen watchers were doing? We only know history from the winners, his story. It's written by his story, the winners, history. How would we know from the losing side? And how would we know if the losing side weren't the good guys trying to overthrow the bad guys? How would we know? We wouldn't know any better unless they taught us. And let me tell you this, why the Nephilim were truly wiped out. Because they brought humanity herbalism. Because they brought them sorcery, tools, and weapons to defend and build with. Knowledge and power. And God, Yahweh, called it heavenly knowledge that was not supposed to come down here to the animals and the ignorance. We were supposed to keep them in bliss. They weren't supposed to gain consciousness. That's a merciful God that wiped those guys out for that because they just wanted to live a life too. They wanted to pass down human knowledge or godly knowledge. Like for somebody to, I love you, bro. I want to marry you, third wheel. Anyways, so like I was saying, guys, how would you know with the Nephilim race? Not the reason why they were wiped out is because they were not of the blood of Yahweh. Jesus Christ is the Christ fluid that your body produces. It's not a man. Yeshua was the spiritual teacher sent by the Great Spirit to this physical plane, not of the blood of Yahweh, and was crucified in the same sense. Is it frequency the cure? Yes, it's that is a cure. Vibrational sound frequency can cure your body. Jesus is not God. No, Jesus is not God. Jesus is you. You are Jesus. That's why when it translates I am, it's not that he was, it's you are. You are the 13th disciple. You are the 13th archangel. You are Jesus Christ, your subconsciousness. That's why it says only through Jesus Christ can we reach to our Father, the Great Spirit. Why? Because only through this. Not through this, not abracadabra. Oh, please, Lord. That's abracadabra. That's another form of witchcraft. That's another ritual. You guys are trying to change reality, alternate reality, materialize reality with words. Abracadabra. Jesus never said to get on your knees and worship him in fear. Jesus said to meditate and talk to him through this way because you are God. Microism to the macroism. God above, you below. As above, so below. To the big, to the small. As within, so without. Who's Father then? There is no Father. It's just God. Jesus is Messiah. No, that's not correct. So do you guys, so the Holy Trinity, right? It's the three, the Trinity, Mother, Father, Son. That's how you can't reproduce with Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That doesn't work. Where in the laws of physics can you do that? Have you ever seen it happen? No. You guys are believing man-written stories that are gossiped and been alternated over the hundreds and hundreds of years to keep you in control. The word religion was made by the Roman Empire, and they translated it from a word called relegate. The word relegate means to hold yourself back, assign yourself to a lower position. What do you think religion does? It's taking your divine power from you. God did not create us in the same image as him so we can worship him on our knees in fear. The Great Spirit gave us his great spark so we can live godly like him. Yes, they do. And the Holy Trinity, what is that? The Trinity. It's a form of recycle. It's a form of reproduction. It's a form of infinity between the tri, right? And that's the whole concept of people believing in this false reality and this false religion. They want you to worship in fear. because every thought that we get gives us an emotion. To every emotion that we experience, I'm not trying to argue, but if anyone were Jesus, I'm not trying to argue either. So don't, if I speak in a tone that I am, please don't take me in any way, shape, or form offensiveness. I'm not trying to be. So I appreciate that too. I'll get back to your comment. 1 second. To every thought that we have gives us a chain reaction. You know the triangle? 3, 3, 3. 3, the intent. Metaverse, mentalverse, metaverse. It's our intention, our intent. 3 goes down into our energy, our mood, Monday, moon day, mood, energy, emotions. Once you add your electrical charge to it, then it gives us a response. Then our body responds to it. So it comes in the Holy Trinity, the 3, 3, 3, 3, the general principle of manifestation. That's why the Freemasons wear the G, because it's the generative principle. 3, 3, 3. Now you guys want to know why Chronos, Satan, is the leader and the god of this world? 666. Because every object, location, or being on this physical plane has 6 dimensional sides to it. It has a roof, it has a floor, it has a front, it has a back, it has a left and a right. 666. Now, how do you know that Satan was the bad guy? How do you know that Lucifer was real? How would you guys know any of this type of stuff? We wouldn't. We only regurgitate textbook education. We wouldn't know any better unless they taught us. So when I was taught and I found discoveries from the Freemason cult, I started to learn. I started to put two and things together. I started to notice patterns and algorithms that I had no consciousness of. And when I started to tune myself to certain ones, I started to actually witness manifestation right before my eyes. Right before my eyes. Like, wow, I couldn't believe it. And that's the type of stuff that I'm just trying to show you guys that, you know what I mean? Praying to Jesus in blind faith is not going to do anything for you. It's actually going to incarnate you back into this demerged prison, not a solar system, soul system. Because at death, you actually match the frequency, you tune and match the frequency of your death and the condition that your body was currently in. So what happens is when you ascend, when your body, so your heart is like the magnetism to your body and releases your soul when you die. Once your heart stops, boom, your soul starts to ascend back into the etheric plane. The etheric plane. That's where you're stopped by the 7 realms, the 7 archons, the 7 realms of heaven, and you are going to be tested on every 7 of them. And if you fail at any of those, what happens is the fallen angel, the fallen Anunnaki, the fallen frequency. They wipe your memory and they send you right back down and incarnate you right in another body, keeping you trapped here in the soul system. Your soul agreed for a soul contract. Your soul agreed for a soul purpose. Your soul agreed for an experience, a soul experience, for a learning experience. But your soul did not sign a contract to be trapped here. That's what Yahweh does to you. The Great Spirit gave you the divine spark inside you so you can find it on your own and get out of this prison. Kevin Landry. Yo, shout outs to KL. What's up, my guy? I love listening to you on my way to work. Good job. Thank you so much, KL. Big shout outs to KL. Big shout outs to Knight Rider. Big shout outs to Jeremiah. Big shout outs to Joe Zini. Big shout outs to everybody in this chat. Salt from the earth, stone from the ground. Keep everybody in this chat safe and sound. Peace be with you upon your journey, and may you walk with protection. May the universe be aligned in your guys' favor. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Not trying to argue, but if anyone were Jesus, worship wouldn't have meaning. And Christians' belief is that Jesus uniquely reveals God, not that we are all him. So we're not, so it's ignorant for me to say that I'm God. I'm not God. This is God. Universe, universe. God, God. What I do with how I think with God, all love here. Yeah, definitely, bro. You know what I mean? And it's all love here. Knight Rider, I actually really appreciate your question. Even if you agree to disagree, I still respect you. Big shout outs to Knight Rider. You know what I mean? And I don't mind the jokes and all that type of stuff either, bro. All walks of life are welcome on this channel. All walks of life. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter what name your God is. It doesn't matter your sexuality. You are welcomed here in Critical Minds. All lives are welcomed. We are all God's children. We are all one nation under God. Thank you, Jeremiah. Big shout outs. All love here. Yeah, exactly. See, my boy knows the channel. He knows it. I just want to say shout outs to everybody. Thank you so much, man. Life changing. I just have to express this. I have to express that words cannot express how much you guys mean to me, how much this channel is starting to mean to me. You know what I mean? I had no experience with media, digital media. I do this all on the go. As you can tell, I'm always on the go. I didn't know how to even upload a video. You know what I mean? My wife used to do my AI online for me. You know what I mean? Because like I just kind of lost. I was more hands on than I was digital, and you know I'm starting to learn a lot now. I'm starting to uh, you know progressively become better. I'm gonna start slowly investing into more equipment that I can make it more professional videos for you guys, just so you guys can you know enjoy them a lot more professionally. Again, you know what I mean? I do make the freestyles. I hope you guys like the freestyles. You know what I mean? I know it's very different from the mentality that I have, other than you know what I mean. My subconscious comes out in my freestyles, my rap, my freestyles, my gangsterism, my past. You know, the dragon's inside sleeping. He's not dead. He's dormant. I keep him sleeping for a reason, because if I ever have to shake the bear and say, hey, listen, I need you to help me, and you know what I mean. So that's why you know what I mean. But other than that, I've made significant and drastic changes to my life where I've found the light. Thank you to the universe. Thank you to the Great Spirit, and thank you to myself for seeing the light. And yeah, and I couldn't. I used to think about my past, and now I never look back. You know what I mean? Because my past is what led me to the path that I am on today. My yesterday is what made me the man that I am today, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Because would I be the man that I am today? Possibly not, if not ever. And how many lifetimes would I have to go through to become this person and consciousness of this energy? I don't know how many lives that I've lived yet. I haven't remembered any of my dormants, but I will. I will. And I'm going to. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. I'm going to show you everything, all my Freemason cult knowledge that I've discovered, all the Dr. Sippy cures, the alignment, the chakras, the universe, and what to prepare for. And it's all about preparing for controlling your subconsciousness, because your subconsciousness is how you're going to be tested when you reach the realms of heaven. Your testimony. Okay, guys. So when you reach your guys' final test, that's what's going to determine if you guys break free, or if you get reincarnated trying. Some people don't even know how to. You know, they don't even know. If you're addicted to sexual pleasure, let's level up together, bro. Exactly, bro. Till the end, my guy. Till the end, bro. Critical Minds, Rider Gang. Love you, bro. You know, and that's basically this. See, look at bro. I'm blushing on my rosy cheeks. This is the payment that I get from this channel, bro. This is the payment. This is all. This is what I do it for. I do it for the inspiration, bro. Because now I got goosebumps. Every hair is standing on my head right now. Excuse me, I choked on my own saliva. No, did you? I just feel like I'm so electrically charged right now that I'm going to manifest very effectively, very purposefully, and I'm going to continue to ascend. Big things happen when I'm inspired, bro. So thank you so much for all your inspiration. Thank you so much for all your motivation. I appreciate you guys at the most highest level life can offer. And I'm not a materialistic person. You're not going to ever see me ask you for money. I'm never going to say, "Come on, chat, donate this." You're not going to see me jumping up and down like a clown in a circus, begging for attention or subscriptions or any type of donation. I need to load a bowl. I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny. You know what you need to do? You need to get a singing bowl. Did you see my video where I said, you know what I mean? Keep my home safe and sound, and I started sending those vibrational waves into my and get a singing bowl, bro. Those are huge, especially when you're casting your spells. That vibration is like the bell. It's that's why they call the pianos in churches organs. Why do you think they call them organs? Because those vibrations are so healthy for our organs, it's not even funny. When Nikola Tesla said, you want to understand this universe, you need to think sound, vibration, and frequency, bro. And where do they get the medicines from? Where does Western medicine get medicine from? Herbs. All medicines all medicines are made from herbs and spices. Herbalism. That's what the Nephilim taught humanity. And then they bored children and the women. They were teaching their women and children how to live like gods. They were teaching them how to cure their bodies. They were teaching them sorcery so they could live powerfully. They were teaching them all these type of knowledges. Yo, those cathedrals are amazing, huh? Yo, they're crazy, bro. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be so honest with you, bro. When I did that video in that big cathedral, three things bad happened to me after that. Three things bad happened to me after that. Yeah, bro. I had all my windows broken out in my car. I lost two very good friends of mine, like very good friends who I dearly love and I still do. But betrayal, if betrayal was forgivable, then Lucifer would still be at the side of God, they say, right? So I'm an unconditional lover. But the second you hurt me, you have to leave. I can love them from a distance and let them go. That's how much that I love them. But I love them so much to let them go and not, to make it a go. So, you know what I mean? That's what I've always lived by. I've always lived by that. But yeah, I had three bad things. That my car got knocked out, or my car windows got knocked out on New Year's Eve. I lost two very good friends of mine, and I also ended up losing a family member too as well. I lost a family member, so that's why they say it comes in threes, 333, the generative principle, right? So Jesus was sent here by a great spirit called Sophia. Sophia is called the Great Spirit, and her she made the creation Yahweh without her counterpart because she was rebelling against some sort of shit that nobody will ever know, and neither will we until we find out more cult knowledge and more spirituality gets exposed to humanity. But in this hidden tablets that they removed from the Bible, the secret gospels of Sophia, she was the Great Spirit that sent Jesus, Yeshua, down here with the spark in humanity to remind us of the spark, because Yahweh was a tyrant god, a blood sacrificing tyrant god that was made without the counterpart, Abraxas, Sophia. She created him without the male counterpart, and he created an abomination. So he was cast out of the heavenly realms, whatever the highest realms of heaven beyond the seven realms, and was casted down into this darkness, the abyss. He started to create his world, what you stand on today. Everything that you stand on, Yahweh created. The tyrant God, he created it. He's created everything. That's why he's ignorant and thinks he's the highest form of God, because he hasn't seen another God. He hasn't seen the Acons. He created the Archons and the see. He has these visions, and it says in these tablets that he had these visions of seeing his the Great Spirit, of seeing her seven Acons, seven light luminous beings, and then the seven dark luminous beings, sin, greed, da 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 da. 7 days of creation, 7 days of seven chakras, the seven planetary stars. Get what I'm saying? Seven to the one. That being said, guys, this tyrant god has created everything and only visioned seeing these things. So these things are not identical. They're actually an abomination of what he's trying to mimic. I love the dark luminous beings, blessed be. Those dark luminous beings are the ones that are um, influencing your subconsciousness and also your thought patterns. They also incarnate you. Yeah, exactly like that Shazam movie. Exactly. It's all subliminals. So those seven archons is what's incarnating your body back down into this soul system, not a solar system. It's a prison called Demerge Prison by Yahweh, the blood sacrificing tyrant God. The Great Spirit and her creator are higher than Yahweh. Those are the real gods. Those are the ones that have gave you the divine spark. They tricked Yahweh into putting the divine spark in his creation, so they can fix what they did, and we can find a way to ascend into the higher realms. Don't take my word for it, guys. Do your own research. Straight up, before speculation, before disagreement, just say, that's very interesting. Let me do my own research and take my own perspective on things. And these Bibles, these books that were in the Bible, time to go to work. I will catch up with you on your next live chat. Yo, shout outs to Kevin. Yo, you have a great day at work, bro. Work smart, don't work hard. And I'm wishing you the best work week, bro. I hope your boss is nice to you. I hope you have a great week humming and singing like the guys in the mines, bro. Big shout outs to my bro Kev. And love you, bro. Keep up the hard work, man. I acknowledge you, brother. On behalf of Critical Minds, big shout outs to you, bro. And and like darkness, it's dark. Light brings light, right? Right. So that being said, guys, like you don't like, even like, let's say if you're texting, you say, "Oh, fuck my life." Never curse your life. Why? Our subconscious is listening at all times and takes everything for truth. So when you tell somebody bless you, you're actually not telling them to be bless them. You're telling them to be less. Your subconscious only hears the word be less, not bless, be less. Now, these hidden rituals, these hidden witchcrafts and spells that are in the English dictionary, in the English language, when you're speaking them, that's what you're doing. You're lowering yourself to satanic consciousness and taking away from your God consciousness, right? And you're lowering your vibration levels, the fallen angels, the fallen light angles. That's why I said, I'm like, what did I say? I'm out my body and my mind, where my God that I possess. I am him in the flesh, surrounded by my set guardians and angels. Feel the ground move when I step. I'm a fallen light angle, spreading positivity, but it's a possibility. You in the presence of danger, chasing paper for life. We earning stripes, just me and my rider gangers. Bitch, I'm something dangerous. Sorry, I'm a freestyle artist. I'm a ghostwriter since I was very young. Very interesting. I'm here to do some learning. Chicken. Hey, man, thank you so much. I'm not sure if you're a guy or a girl. It does not actually matter at all. The fact that you're even here, big salute to you. I just say thank you so much for taking the time out of your presence, out of your day, out of your busy life schedule, and seeing what we got going on. Big shout outs to you. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Chicken154. Shout outs to everybody. I just want to say thank you so much. You guys actually made my day. This is why I do this, for human experience. I don't do this because I'm not asking you guys for any donations. I don't even have any bank accounts linked to this, PayPal's, Cash Apps, none of that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for your money. I'm actually here to help you make more money. I'm here to help you inspire yourself to strengthen the foundation of your temple and church. I'm a man. It's almost 2 a.m. here, just winding down for the night. Well, my broski, welcome to the family. You know what I mean? You're welcome here anytime. You can bring any family, friends. You know what I mean? We promote unity, moral integrity over here, spiritual ascension, and we can't forget. Sometimes we end up in a spiritual warfare, but we're prepared for that. We're you know what I mean? And that's what we do over here. My name's S Man, the Best Man. I'm your host at Critical Minds. I wish you nothing but the best of success. May you self-live in your most height and dwell in the kingdom of God, my friend. Peace be with you on your journey ahead, and may you walk with protection. And I wish you get the best rest, so when you wake up, you're ready to invest all those thoughts and emotions into a higher level of destiny. And then, you know what I mean, for all the people that you know what I mean, that you know that mock ascension, it's not thy mental, guys, it's thou readiness. And when you guys are ready, we'll still be here, all of us. What up, Night Rider? How you doing? Good to have you back. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Salt from the earth, stone from the ground. Keep everybody in this chat safe and sound, and all my critical minds, my family, my friends, my day ones, my new ones, my old ones. May the universe be aligned in your guys' favor and you walk in protection. Where are you from, Chicken? I don't know if you're still there. 2 a.m. So that would be, he is in roughly Middle Eastern or Asia or possibly Africa, because he would be around. Oh, that's almost 10 hours. So you might even be in the Pacific. Australia. I think my messages sometimes don't send. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's because those are the 7 archons. Those 7 dark luminous beings that people don't think that they have an aspect of it. Those are the type of things that prevent connection, human experience, human connection, destinies, pathways. They stop pathways for you for things like that. You know what I mean? So just know that these are spiritual entities that are real, that take a huge part and impact on the materialization of your reality. Just know that, and just research them. Research what those 7 archons do. They're real beings, real spiritual beings that play a huge impact on your materialization, on your external world and your reality, how you think, all of it. So just remember that. What do you think is good things to stop these beings? What? Okay, so shout outs to Australia. What do you think is good things to stop these beings? Um, by So there's a saying right now that Jesus taught us. Sorry, Yeshua taught us. I am monad. I am a creation from the monad. I am directly connected to the monad, and I am protected from everything under the monad. I am monad. That's what you say. Say it every single day. Say that every single day. Do you ever visit Ura? Ura? I've never even heard of that place before. Excuse me. So there's also, so when I'm saying, so when you hear me say the Holy Trinity connection, thank you to the Great Spirit, I'm connecting myself to the Spirit, Great Spirit, Al Hancho, Yahweh's God. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking, yeah. The person who Jesus prayed to, the person who Jesus was the blood of. Okay. I've never been to yet. So, and when I say thank you to the universe, I'm connecting myself to the universe. I have connected myself to the monad, to the El Hancho, and then I've connected myself to the universe. And number third of the Trinity connection. Thank you to myself for seeing the light. I have aligned myself, connected myself to the source, connected myself to the universe, and boom. And that is called the Holy Trinity connection. So that Trinity connection, right? And it all helps to the alignment and connection to the overall. And those 3 sayings can also help you protect yourself from those beings. Also, the previous saying that I sent. Now, there is scriptures and texts that Yeshua left behind that you can practice and you can say on a daily basis that will protect you from these 7 dark luminous beings, these 7 spiritual entities that are real, that are existing, that play a huge impact on your materialization of your world. They actually can control thoughts. They can prevent thoughts. They can prevent tweets, images, messages, frequencies, vibrations. Just look them up. They are absolutely dangerous things, and they are the army of Yahweh. Now, if you were to take in the Old Testament, Genesis, it says, "You will bring thy blood thou to me, for the blood is the earth feeds off blood." Did you know that? Did you know that the earth feeds off blood? And the more you do sacrifices and blood sacrifices to the earth, the more that Yahweh gains power and the more that the earth will continue to prosper. It's fucked. And then when you stop doing this stuff, guess what happens? The earth starts to rise towards its stars, heating up the surface, unlocking the prehistoric turns of event that bring you to the end times. Those luminous lights, that's what gravity, because when you're in an elevator and you jump up, what happens? You magnetize right back to the floor because of the elevation of gravity. That's the word gravity, not G-force that holds trillions of fucking weight of ocean water down on the surface of the earth. But our bodies can just dance through like it's nothing. No, we would be imploded to the ground and the pressure of the atmosphere would explode us. but we don't know any better, and we just continue to blind faith and line up at like you know what I mean, and we just buy their curriculums and this fake shit that they keep projecting on us, and we don't know any better unless they tell us. That's why when the Freemasons, you know what I mean? And the reason, let me tell you this, I love all the Freemasons. They're still good people. They're just regular people trying to get by, trying to become an organization, trying to become successful, or do whatever the reasons why they're becoming it. When I started to have contact with the very higher ups, the top ranks, the L's, I started to realize that I was in this for all the same wrong, for all the reasons that they were not. I was doing it to infiltrate the knowledge so I could become godly. I was doing it so I can infiltrate and compromise and show the rest of the world, kill Illuminati, Illuminati. That's why I did it. And now once I've discovered it, I was gone. I don't have to destroy them. They'll destroy themselves, just like everything else on this earth does. Because love and unity goes so much further than separation and segregation. I just believe that we're all in this together. We're all trying to get out of this prison together. We're all trying to stabilize a foundation of finance or whatever to stabilize our life so we can be comfortable and we can focus on this, because they've made a system where you can't focus on that. You can't unless you have no responsibilities. You're a homeless person and you have no bills to pay, or else you're going to be stuck in their system. You're going to be stuck in their public system, fighting for an identity, fighting for a paycheck, fighting for material desire, fighting for sexual desire, lusting pleasurable foods instead of eating for energy. Yo, man, yes. They call those the black cubes. So our body gives off two different types of energy: electric magnetized energy, physical, etheric energy, spiritual, right? Spirit above, physical below, as above, so below. So there's two different types of polarities. There's electric, there's positive, and then there's negative. So a positive electrical charge is, you know what I mean? That's so physical electrical magnetism. That's positive. Or that's physical energy. You can either, it could be a positive charge or a negative charge. Same with etheric. Etheric, so that's a negative is worship, fear. Positive is ascension and intuition and contentment. You know what I mean? Instead of being condemned, you're content. You know what I mean? So we give off these two different types of energies: a spiritual energy and a physical energy. And these black cubes, they feed off a negative etheric energy. They actually absorb it in. There's like 12 different portals. They call them stargates, but they're also black cubes that are connected to them directly. Now, these stargates is what feeds off the etheric energy that the humans give off, the collective energy. So when you know when in the Middle East, when they're all sitting there in front of that cube, the black cube, and they're all sitting there praying to it, they're giving off this massive amount of etheric energy that black cube is feeding off of and giving it to Yahweh, because that's how Yahweh stays alive. The 12 zodiacs is his brain. That's why it's a firmament. We can't leave this prison. There's no such thing as outer space. Outer space doesn't exist. Outer space is this way: outer space, extraterrestrial, extra terrain, extra land, extra terrain. Saturn worship, yes, because Satan is Saturn. Saturn is Satan. Yes, Saturn is Satan. That's they're the same guys, the dragon. But you notice how the Chinese said the dragons, they worship dragon, everything dragon, yellow dragon, red dragon. But in Christianity, it's the dragon's the devil. Did you know that Chinese, the Russian, and Iran and those countries are the last Tatarian societies left on Earth? That's what we are. We're Tatarians. We're not Homo sapiens. No, I'll leave that for another day, another time. Let me tell you this, guys. This rabbit hole is so infinite. It's so infinite. It just continues going and going. It's all color coded. It's all numeral coded, and it all entwines together. It is all infinite. It doesn't. Yeah. It just keeps going and going and going. Everything in this world is infinite, just like your soul. You're never going to die. You're going to live forever, but only one life in this vessel. It's your boy S Man, the best man, host at Critical Minds. So many rabbit holes, I know, bro. Here's another one. The Matrix. Black holes. I think I've already told you this. Black holes, the retinas absorb light energy and simulate it through the visual cortex, giving us a physical experience. Material trick, Matrix, the simulation. So we don't even actually live in a physical world. This brain is an energy decelerator, which takes in the light energy, the electric light energy, and simulates it into a material trick of physical simulation, right? So the visual cortex, it's actually connected to the neocortex. There's three parts of your brain. The bottom part of it's called the reptilian gland. When Neo in the Matrix, they named him Neo. When he woke up from the Matrix, what did he have connected to the bottom of his neck? The cord. To the what? The reptilian gland. Hollywood is subliminally showing it right in front of our faces, but because we're so bliss sometimes that, you know what I mean, growing up, we were so bliss, we couldn't see it. But when you become conscious to your energy, things change, bro. People say things to you and you go, oh, well, what? I've heard that before. Why didn't I think of it like that? Like the UN logo. The UN's a flat earth logo. It's right blatantly in front of our faces. None of the flight logs and routes even match, even if you were trying to do a spinning ball of water. Now let's do a spinning ball of water. The Milky Way is flying through infinite expanding space at 790,000 kilometers an hour. As we revolve around the sun at 345,000 kilometers an hour, and then our Earth rotates at 1,000 miles per hour. Did you know if you were to calculate all those equations that they end at 6.6? And did you know that you can't feel anything? Can you feel this earth moving? Can you feel it? Can you feel any type of gravity, wind, gust, anything like that? No. Fuck no. Do you see this going like this? No. It's because it's a flat stationary plane constantly slowly elevating at an upward disk. Because the Nazis, when they went into space in 1909 and then returned back in 1919, they discovered that it was a flat stationary plane shaped as an upward disk enclosed system by a firmament. It's God's brain. We live in God's brain. God's brain. God is the 12 zodiacs. And you are a separate fraction of God taking a divine process of creation as he thinks everything into existence. And guess what? The macroism, the 12 zodiacs, the microism, the 12 cranial nerve systems. As above, so below. I know, hey, it's so crazy, man. It's so crazy. See, you know what, Jay? Bro, we don't live in the simulation anymore. You know what I mean? It's the people that are not awakened. Those people are still in the simulation. Once you detach from the simulation, you become God consciousness. Once you gain God's consciousness, everything it enhances. Even like this water. This water is intelligent. Did you know that a Japanese scientist put a half a cup of water in 3 different cups? And he put a half a cup of rice in the water. And every day for 30 days, he said to the first cup, I love you. Thank you. To the second cup, I'm going to close my water because water holds intelligence. And I can't say this to the water because what I'm doing is I'm raising the frequencies in the water structure, raising the vibration levels in the water structure, placing high vibration water into my body. That's why when you hold hands and saying grace around the table, you're actually creating an energy loop around it. You're not praying to God, you're praying to the food. You're raising the positive vibration water structures of the food, placing high vibration food into your body. You can actually, yeah. So yeah, you've seen these experiments. So, and he said, fuck you, I hate you, to the second one, to the second cup of rice. To the third cup, he ignored. He didn't even say one word, ignored them. To the very first cup, after 1 month, it showed that the rice fermented and cooked. It was safe to eat, even though that it's been sitting, even though that it because of the positive vibrations fermented and cleansed the water and also cooked the rice. Now the second one that it was being distributed abuse to, it was like mold, green, dark black green mold, and like hairy, and it was toxic. It was absolutely toxic. Not able to eat. He went to the third cup. The third cup's water turned black. The rice was like poison. It was so toxic, more than the negative one, that because it was left unacknowledged and ignored. Now, what do you think Yahweh does when he leaves us here with blind faith and ignores us and leaves us here high and dry with confusion and not knowing anything what to do besides these rewritten manuscripts from Freemasons hundreds of years ago of a man that they probably didn't even meet? As 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 silly as it is sounds to tell your water and food I love you, right? No, I know, bro, but people don't realize that. And then so these mantras, when you're meditating, you're connecting these electrical meridians together. You're supposed to. That's why you cross your legs and you cross your hands. This one, when you see Andrew Tate or Donald Trump or Elon Musk in their interviews, this one's a form of power. There's an abundance one, there's a protection one, there's a power one. Yeah. To every day of creation, there's a way to hold your hands. To every day of creation, there's a way to hum your meditation. To every day of creation, there's a planetary star that's associated to the ancient metal. Monday, silver. Monday, fast. Sunday, gold. Sunday, love. So those are the basically right. So and like it just continues to go further and further and further. There's so much more that I haven't discovered to find out, never mind the rest of the world or this channel. So I definitely believe that we're on the right path. I definitely believe that we're all in it for the same reasons, so we can defeat this anxiety, confusion, and fear, so we can live in prosperity, stabilism, and protection. And then when the time comes, we'll know what to do, we'll know how to move, we'll know what to accept and what not to accept. And that's basically what this channel's for. Inspiration, baby. Let's keep going. Break free or die trying. Yes. Thank you very much for bringing me hydration. Thank you to the Great Spirit. Thank you to the universe. And thank you to myself for seeing the light. Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. I'm doing 12 hours today. I think I'm off around like 5 or 6 p.m. tonight. So that kind of sucks, but I definitely will do when I'm sitting at home relaxing. I feel like I got no time to myself anymore, man, because like I'm always so I'm trying to make ends meet. I'm constantly working, and then when I get home, I got to go back to work because I got 10 dogs, the breeding programs, and it's a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of work. We have 4 bullies. We have like 6 teacup toy poodles. We have like 4 or 5 leopard Bengals. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. You know what I mean? And we've kind of overstacked our plate with all this responsibility. No Facebook. No. This is the only social media that me and my wife have. You know what I mean? When we were getting together, you know what I mean? I just believe that when you're married, bro, that type of stuff, it's not good. The temptation's all there. We're all human, man. My wife's human just like I am too. You know what I mean? So, one time I was just very curious. I said, "Yo, pop the DMs. Let me check it out." And there was like 90 thirsty dudes just trying to hit her up, and good-looking guys too. To me, I couldn't handle that insecurity, or I couldn't handle that type of you know what I mean? That type of, you know what I mean? Competition. So I just said to her, I said, you want to be with me? I love you to the day I die. I'll never lie to you, and I'll always be by your side. We delete these social medias. We be together, and officially, or we could just remain friends and seeing each other, and we could continue on the path that we are. With no hesitation, that woman, my queen, fucking kicked that shit and was gone. She was just deleted them all. So I don't need none of these guys. And she forgot every man before me. So obviously I'm doing something right, you know what I mean? And so and like, no matter what, intimately, you always leave an impact on that person because you have entwined your guys' soul together at a spiritual form intercourse. So like that shit just never really goes away. It's really hard to you know what I mean, to reprogram that. You can't, because it's permanent. That's why I say always watch what you say, watch what you do. That's why these monks walk around neutral. There's no overlapping. Yo, what's up, Chappelle fan Topher? Yo, my little brother Topher's in the building. Shoutouts to T, my little broski, one of my day ones. Jackson, I think you know. I think you know Topher too, man. My little broski. He's been here since day one. He's shown nothing but love and respect. He's always been there for me, and I just want to say shoutouts to my broski. I love you, bro, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting your subs up, guy. My guy. Welcome back, homie. Critical Minds. Uh, fuck, I forget what I was saying now, guys. Doing too much yapping. I just woke up. Nice. Mm. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, everybody. I'm your boy S Man, the best man. This is your host of Critical Minds. Shout outs to all my guys and all my fives, all my sisters and all my rides. I miss you guys. I love you guys. You inspire me. Inspiration gives me that motivation. I started out in the basement. Grand Rising. Grand Rising, my brother. How Mojo doing? Mojo's doing good. Mojo's my guy. We have two another. So Mojo he's great, the best. We just had two micro poodles, bro. They're so tiny. They're cocoa size. Cocoa size. She had two babies. One we named Pebbles, and the other one we named Bam Bam from the Flintstones, the children from Flintstones, Fred Flintstone's kids. So and we've decided to keep them. So we got two more dogs now, guys. Oh my god. Wife, I don't like to least had to text my wife. I don't like to leave her unread because the love of your life deserves your undivided attention. That's for sure. And you shouldn't have your desires to be attended to anything else or anyone else. It should be with your kundalini, your special, your queen, your king, or whoever your spouse is and whoever your partner is. That's where you dedicate and devote your attention to, and hopefully that they are receptacle and vice versa. You know what I mean, and they understand that that is very crucial to love. Let me go watch the shorts. Yes, sir. Thank you, my broski, bro. Sorry, guys, I had to plug you in. You guys, the phone was about to die. Last time the phone died, and it just completely messed up a lot of the I didn't even get like a live highlight reel. Nothing. It just did, just gave me completely technical difficulties. Yeah. So what's up, guys? What do you guys want to talk about? You guys how's your guys' day going so far? I know a lot of bosses around, but what up, E? What about astrology? Yo, I'm fucking bored. Thank you guys for keeping me company all morning. I do appreciate that. That's huge. You know what I mean? That's see the thing is with me, and it goes so far, bro. It's just unity, inspiration, and moral integrity. You know what I mean? Like astrologists are on board saying something big is happening this month. I know, bro. Honestly, it's very scary, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want to get on this topic because it kind of scares the fuck out of me. And we don't know what time we're in. We don't know what year it actually is. So we don't know when the end of the world is. We don't know when it's coming, but it is coming. I want you guys to know that. I want you guys to know this in a very serious manner. We are coming up to another great reset. Have you ever heard the words the Great Reset? Have you heard United States, United Nations, anybody use this word, the Great Reset? Not the dogs with the sheep. I know, right? That was so funny, bro. Bro, I love animals. The animals just make me laugh constantly. But let me get back on this serious topic. We are coming up to a great reset, guys. There's absolutely nothing. Look at my eyes. Can you guys notice? Jeremiah, what's going on with my eyes? Anyways, we are coming up to a great reset, guys. And the only people that are going to survive are the peoples that are going to be in the dumbs, the deep underground. Can I tell you the year? Yeah, of course, bro. I'd love to know the year. And you know what I mean? So the people that are in the dumbs, the deep underground military bases, they're deep underground bunkers that are out there. They're connected throughout the entire world. They're deep underground military bases, and those are the only people that are going to survive the Great Reset. When the Great Reset comes, if you are not one of those authorized personnel to be a part of that, then you just consider yourself being reset with the rest of the world. There's nothing that we can do. There's nothing that we can do. The only people that are going to be in these type of populations are doctors, mechanics, uh, you know, just that's what I'm talking about. They're going to be. I haven't seen him in a while. Oh shit, yeah, I know. Mojo's he's doing really good, man, and he's a spoiled little brat, man. He's got like 7 wives, man. You know what I mean? Oh my god. And because we've been so busy lately and like kind of behind on a lot of all our things, he is breaking into these secluded areas and knocking them up. He's still getting to them. So now we got to like literally have him behind closed doors and such like that. The little fucker, he's knocked up almost 80% of all of our dogs. So now, like, you know what I mean? This lot of work coming up, which is a little frustrating because, you know what I mean? Sometimes we like to take a little break, give them a little break, and, you know what I mean? It's all upon the natural order. The natural order, if they get knocked up and they lock up, that's natural. You know what I mean? There's animals that do that all the time, even in the wild. You know what I mean? I try to prevent it when we can, but if it's natural, and we don't fight against the natural order of the universe. He a player? Oh, he definitely is, bro. He's a fucking player, all right. He's a wife slayer. 7 wife slayer, little fucker. Man, it's funny. My dog, I love these animals so much. I love all animals. I love animals so much, man. It's brought like that. It softens me. It really does. You know what I mean? Like when I see animals and I see animal videos, I'm genuinely belly laughing. I'm genuinely belly laughing. I just find such great humor in them. They're so cute. Like dog canine is unconditional lover. God's greatest gift to mankind that he's ever created. Yeah. So, and just thanks to Yahweh for creating canine. You know what I mean? Because at least there's always good in the bad. That's why the monks, they're so neutral. They walk around neutral. They're very careful of what they say. They're very careful of what they think, and they're very careful of what they do, because every scenario and event, series of events in life, is neutral. It's our perception what adds the positive charge or the negative charge to it. Just to let you guys know that. Bro got 7 wives. He does. Yo, Mojo's a player, bro. You know what I mean? He's got one for Tuesday, one. I'm just kidding, man. Uh, I've been married to one for fucking 17 years, man. I can barely handle her. 100% Jeremy Love. Shout outs to Jeremy Love, my bro. Jer, what up, my guy? 100%. I love bullies since I was a kid growing up with the red noses. Yeah, so you must like Blossom, hey. Blossom is the lilac red nose. It's like a Texas red nose. She's so pitbull, man. It's unreal. She's just so pitbull. It's she's our Uh, she's the crazy one. She's beautiful. She is, and unfortunately, chaos just knocked her up again. And I'm like, what the hell, man? It's only been like 6 months. It's only been like 4 to 5 months since those. Like she's had almost about 10 months now since birth, but that's like, come on, man, that's just too soon, too, man. Like chaos, bro. Like I was just cleaning mountains of puppy poop, you know what I mean, out the kennels, and now I got to do it again in the next 60 days. Like, what the frick? You know what I mean? Ugh. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. Salt from the earth, stone from the ground. Keep everybody on this channel safe and sound. They who has ears, please let them hear and walk in protection until they dwell in the kingdom of their keeping you guys busy. Yes, my guy. It keeps us busy, keeps me on my toes and out of shit. And I guess, you know what I mean? A little bit of it helps out with this economy. We're living in a crashing economy. And I just thought, oh, it's Canada, Canada. No, it's everywhere in the fucking world right now. Everywhere is spiking like rapidly. The cost of living, the markets, the inflation of interest rates, and so on and so on and so on, and it's just becoming unbearable at this point, and it's just nonsense. It's crazy. So it's like, if you're not working two jobs, if you're not with the spouse and you guys are both working two jobs, you're not going to own a home. Not today, in 2026. And by 2030, land is going to be so impossible to buy. You know what I mean? They're trying to put out these new social scores, like China. America is trying to go, North America, they're trying to go for these social scores. And if you have a low social score, it means you don't get a bank account. If you have a low social score, you don't get a loan, mortgage, home. If you have a lower social score, they don't even give you a car. You're not allowed to have a license. And if you have a very low social score, they don't even give you a bank account, which is forcing you to be exiled, outcasted, and homeless, living for scraps and rations. And that's what they're doing right now, and it's really bad. Fuck that digital ID. Exactly, exacte mundo. Fuck everyone who ain't us, right? Critical minds in the building. Let's go, guys. I'm just kidding. It's Rider Gang versus everybody. Yes, I've heard of this. If that hits here, shake my head. It's going to be hell on earth. I know, right? Like, bro, it's scary, dog. Hey, Jared, bro, our children's, bro, our kids. I've seen your videos. You got a beautiful family, bro. Your boy, he spits some hot sauce, bro. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't understand. Like, these people that are creating this system, they have children in this world too. And what are they protected by like the Freemason symbol that they have on their license plate? What is it? You know what I mean? So that's where you have to create the stabilize. You have to the stabilization. So financially, you need to go through their system. You need to build stability and your foundation where you're able to take yourself back and you're able to work on your ascension and knowing that the people in your family are taken care of. But if you're by yourself and you don't have kids, you don't have a wife, then you're already set. You're already ready to go and start to work on your ascension. But unfortunately, I did not come consciousness into this mentality before or afterwards. I had a wife, I have a son, I have all these other things. So, you know what I mean? Again, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know what it's like. See, the thing is that with this critical discoveries is I don't have a handbook for you guys to tell you guys. I don't have all the answers, and I might never have all the answers. But I do know with these discoveries and with this new knowledge that I do possess, it is more corresponding. It is more related to the life experience that we go through, to what we are, where we are, what we're supposed to prepare for. It makes more sense to me than living in blind fear, living in blind faith. It makes more sense to me than being an atheist. It makes more sense to me than sitting there and continuously sinning, thinking that a God, a perfect God, sent his son, God, down to earth to be blood sacrificed, crucified, and murdered so he can forgive us. That makes no fucking sense, guys. It makes no sense. What perfect God would send his God son down to earth to be fucking murdered so he can forgive you of your continuous sins? Where the fuck does that even make sense? You know what I mean? Try to make sense of that. And that's where Christianity leaves you confused, in fear. worshiping, filing line like sheep, and a being in control. That's where it leads you. I'm with you on that, brother. It doesn't make any sense, right? And you want to know why? And I'm going to be completely honest. Yahweh had Yeshua crucified because he was not of the blood of Yahweh. Same with the Nephilim. The Nephilim were not of the blood of Yahweh. Yahweh created this universe, and Yahweh only wants his blood in this universe. And if you are not of the blood, he will crucify you and have you wiped out by the seven archons. If you don't believe me, take my word for it. For all the disbeliefs, trust me on this one. I'm telling you. Your God is not my God. Thou killed the Nephilim race. You know, that's our God is an awesome God he raised. Your God is not my God. Thou killed the Nephilim race for bringing us knowledge and power. You love your God, but he's not my God. Let's go. Bring me to the studio and watch me put us on, baby. I don't even have no tracks. I don't have no, you know what I mean? I just got these freestyles. I've been doing this off an iPhone 16, bro, with a Bluetooth speaker in my car, or you know what I mean? Just like airtight or sound tight in my vehicle. You know, I do this all on the go on a cell phone, bro. Where a lot of these other guys, that's why I put up that freestyle, taking down Goliath. It means that I'm up against bigger entities than myself. I'm just a small YouTube content creator battling it with huge content creators, battling it with the mainstream Christianity, battling it with the mainstream curriculum and education. I'm going against everything. The Bible stories of the Watchers being sent down to earth because they were casted out of heaven because of the rebel. Well, why did they rebel? Why do societies rebel and become rebels? To overthrow the tyrannical government. Mic drop. Okay. That also being said, when they were casted down here and they didn't come down here, they just wanted to live a life. They showed herbalism, sorcery. They showed tools and weapons to protect themselves and to build societies and empires. And then they brought forth that knowledge and power and wisdom to their kids and children that they bore with the women and men. That's the merciful, all loving, all merciful, all knowing God killed them for that. It was that much of a sin to overthrow your tyrannical government, to send them out and cast them out of heaven and then send them down here. And because they showed heavenly knowledge, you wiped them out. They were called terrifying giants. Look it up, terrified giants. And did you know before the great flood? Listen up, critical minds. Before the great flood, the book of Enoch, his name was Enoch. But when he ascended into heaven, he became a man called, he became an entity called one of the seven archons, Metatron. Okay. Now, the book of Enoch, before he ascended and he left without death, it says that God brought him into the heavenly realms, and he was the only human being that never met death. The book of Enoch 1. Did you know that before the great flood, that the watchers were all sitting around crying in tribunals, crying and terrified, going, please, 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 Enoch, we have written a big petition. Can you present this to God and please get him to forgive us? What rebels? What devouring giants? What's what bad Nephilim blood race would go and ask for forgiveness? And did you know what Yahweh said? You know what his message back was to the Nephilim race? And I quote, you will have no peace. That's what Critical Minds is for, guys. This very moment right here. Agree to disagree. My job is done. Your speculation is increased, and one day when you're ready, you will find the light. Thank you to the Great Spirit. Thank you to the universe. And thank you to myself for seeing the light. Thank you to everybody in this chat for their love and support. Thank you to the trolls for their hilarious comments. Thank you to all my bros, my woes, my sisses, and all the blisses. I just want to say thank you to all you guys. You guys mean the fucking world to me. You guys have changed my life and such miraculous miracles. Miracles. Thank you for your miracles. Thank you for your guys's connections in life and human experiences that I share with you guys. It does mean the absolute most to me. You will so vibe on that. I can't wait to taste the pro. Yes, definitely. I love you too, Jeremy. I love you too, Jeremiah. I love you guys so much. I love you too, Topher. I love all you guys, everybody. Jackson, if I missed you guys in the chat, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for everything. I truly am very grateful for you guys. Like I said, words can't describe how much you guys saved my life. And I never thought in a million years I'd be in front of this phone on a live stream on YouTube, working for Netflix, owning a home, married to a beautiful model from Slovakia with a 14-year-old son. That is just an amazing prince that I can't wait to show the game and teach him everything that I know. But we got to wait till he's older so he knows better. Because when I was younger, I never knew better. And I made such poor decisions in my life. And I delayed and I delayed and I delayed this path, but I found the light and I'm on my way to the promised land and we're gonna all go there together. Fuck going to the top because everybody that reaches the top, they burn every contact bridge on the way up, every resource, every deal. They had to be cutthroat to get to the top. And what's being at the top? What's having a good view if you got nobody to share it with? So we ain't that type, are we? We going to the promised land. We gonna break free or we die trying. I love you guys. It's your boy S Man, the best man. Your host at Critical Minds. Shout outs to everybody. Big Rotter Gang salute. I love you guys.